Disclaimer. You're about to listen/watch a podcast hosted by a group of friends who tend to use vulgar language and profanity, and also enjoy pounding adult beverages. Viewer discretion is advised. Lastly, we may be making some bold statements. All views and statements made in this podcast do not reflect the views of any sponsors, guests, followers, or any supporters of this podcast. So be cool and don't get offended. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy.
Now it is. Okay, welcome to FSARC podcast, episode 25. Episode 25. We've got a lot to go over today. I'm gonna recap. I was at Shaffer's yesterday for their TLR Keystone Champs race. Taylor, what else are we gonna go over?
The LCRC cancer race. We got quite a few hot takes. I'm not sure if you guys been following the Peach State Classic at all. We have the upcoming 10 scale worlds to talk about or mention at least. And I don't have a name for the segment yet. So if you guys wanted to drop, a idea or suggestion, what we should call this segment of really dumb comments on the internet that we're going to call out.
I think Keyboard Warriors is the move.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments if you have a better name. But,
did I miss anything?
No, I think that's pretty much everything we talked about talking about.
I don't have my notes in front of me.
Yeah, amateur hour.
I really dropped the ball on this one.
Amateur hour. Unreal. No excuses. Okay, so I'll lead it off and talk about what I did yesterday. Jim McCauley and Mark Shaffer got a hold of me to come R&D up at Shaffer's Full Steam Ahead at their little outdoor track in Altoona, Pennsylvania. This is my first time ever going. And it was the TLR.
Is that a 10 scale track or an 8 scale track? Paint the picture for those of us that haven't been there, although I have been there. So
okay, so if you've been to WO or 412 or Pit Stop, I'd say it's smaller. Like, it's definitely a little smaller than Pit Stop. Of course, smaller than 412 and WO. They run e-buggy. E-buggy works. We ran it. We had 6 on the track at once. It was fine. Primarily 10 scale. I don't know if they run e-truggies, but there was none there. I hope they don't run e-truggies. That would be kind of terrible there. It's pretty tight for e-truck. But the surface was honestly probably the best surface I raced on all year. Why? I know it rained pretty good all week, and then they worked on drying the track up Friday night, and so the track had a lot of moisture already in the dirt, and it was overcast, 60s to low 70s throughout the day, so there was never any sun. We never had to water. It grooved up really nice. I was on green double bars all day, and they were very consistent, very fast. On my e-buggy, I was on relapse on my short course. I tried the silvers there, but they were a little too... The greens were grabby, but the silvers were a little too skatey. So, Jason Rona, if for some reason you listen to this, please make a blue relapse in short course. Because I need a middle ground. But, so anyways, it was 56 entries. It was a nice little turnout. I've never seen so many TLR cars in my life because Mark Shaffer, the owner, he's super Horizon, super TLR, which is cool. And he had a couple TLR guys coming from out of town. And there was like 5 techno cars. And I had 2 of them. So now I'm like, they're trying to rep my brand, There was no Mugen at all. Just to be clear. It was
nobody fast showed up that day. It's okay.
Basically. But yeah, track was awesome. My own program, Q1, I was within tenths of TQ, and on the last lap, I decided to drive my e-buggy off the track into the business across the street, basically. So that ruined that run. So I was 4th or 5th overall. Short course, I was 2nd overall. Q2, 2nd overall in short course again. It was only out of 3. E-buggy was 9, and I beat the previous TQ pace, but TQ reset his TQ by 5 seconds. They were doing rocket round. So I was P2 on the grid. It was like race 5 or 6. It started like kind of sprinkling, like very light sprinkle. It was working for a little bit, but then like by 7 and 8, race 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there, it started to get greasy. And I've never been here before. I didn't know the owner well, and I'm like, hey, I'm telling the drivers over the mic, I'm like, hey, if you guys don't want to run it, like, I need a majority vote, and we will give plaques based off of qualifying. No one said no, so we just kept running. And like while it's racing, I'm like, all right, if we get past the halfway point, then if you guys call it quits or it starts pouring down, then results are as they are on the track. If we stop before halfway, we'll go off of quality. No one ever said no. So we kept running. I put positrons on my short course, kept the double bars on my e-buggy. I sauced both of them, and went out for short course. And I think that I was able to get this.
It's upside down.
Whoa.
I got that.
It's a
Wow.
sweet trophy.
Thanks. So I'm not only the PA state champ in short course, I'm also the Keystone state champ. So in the state of Pennsylvania in 4-wheel drive short course,
Open your eyes, Alex.
I'm that fucking guy. No, but realistically, the guy that TQ'd Ray Walker very fast. He had a TLR truck. He had sprinters on, and he was just in an ice rink the whole time. The positrons weren't much better, but it was enough for me to grab a last lap pass and get the win. I mean, I still fought for it, but it was a good race. And e-buggy, I started 2nd on the grid, fell down to 4th within the first turn because it was an ice rink. And then a couple laps later, I pulled the car because it was pushing like crazy. It was way too wet, way too slimy for me. Could not do anything. But then, yeah. And that was pretty much it. So it was still a good day. I wish, in hindsight, and I talked to the owner, Mark, and like we had a good conversation because now we know what that track will take, moisture-wise, when it's not good to race on and when it is. Because it was never slippery for marshals or anything like that. Because I kept checking. That's what I was worried about more than anything. But we definitely should have, by like race 9 or 10, we definitely should have like took a break to see if the rain stopped or something. But it is what it is. It was still a great event. Facility was really nice. All the people were really cool. Again, never seen so many TLRs in my life, which I think is pretty cool. You know how TLR is unfortunately kind of dying with their recent choices, how they run their brand, or the people that own them run their brand at least. So it was nice to see them still alive and well there. I do plan on going back next summer. I want to try to get a group together. I don't know if you'd be in on that, Taylor. Go for a day or something. I don't know how far that away is for you,
So-
but
Shaffer's is also an indoor carpet, correct?
yeah, they got carpet
Yes.
upstairs in the shop.
Okay.
They have their big race in
Awesome.
February, and I'm doing that. The postal railroads Dash for Cash. It's a big cash race. They had I think they had 100 some entries this past year.
Wow.
Mike, you're gonna come with me to it because I'll be in the booth. So and
Yeah.
Taylor and Cody, if you want to join in on some carpet munching, you do you. Fucking, you're invited too.
I
Well,
am
Mr.
starting my
Carpet.
10th scale builds here soon.
But that's all I
Yeah.
got for that. I am, God's gift to Earth and the state of Pennsylvania with 4-wheel drive short course. Unless the title of the race is the cancer race, then I'm like 5th place. But if there's a state championship behind it, I'm your guy. And green double bars do not work on a slimy track. That's what I have
No?
to
I
write
don't
home
think
about.
anything will work on a slimy track.
I think the guy that won, Mike McGee, he was on Promotion Havocs, their version of the Lux or whatever. And as I said, I pulled the car within the first 2 minutes. So I just watched, and it didn't look like his car was sliding at all. I was pushing like crazy, could not turn. his car just looked dialed. He was the only one running 21 seconds, which is what we were doing during qualifying. So, never would have guessed that. If I would have known that, I'd put my Luxes on. I figured the double bars would have worked. I think, looking back, ellipses would have been way better compared to double bars, but I learned a lot, so I know for next time.
Any
What
upcoming events, Alex?
Next weekend, well, it'll be this upcoming Saturday. We got the last race. What's it called? The season end of season blowout or something at WOCRC, our final race at WO. Scheduled trophy race. La da 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 da. It's gonna be a good time. I know a bunch of people are gonna come out for that. It's just that time. People are starting to get the carpet cars out, which is pretty lame. So hopefully have one good run of big cars outside in the dirt.
Alex, what else did you learn at Shaffer's? There's one more thing you learned.
Oh yeah, this is pretty important, and I'm sure all the listeners that race at pit stop consistently can attest to this. Racing against Jose Rea, his name was. He's from Virginia. He races at Mimi's a lot. TLR team manager. Very fast, very nice guy. He was the one that was TQing in E-Buggy. And so I was watching him, and then like he could run a faster lap than me, but I felt like I could run more consistent. So I was learning like how much of a difference it makes when you're 2 inches off the pipe compared to scraping the pipe. You know what I mean? Like how important hitting that mark every time, how important landing on the outside of the lander to hit the tightest scrub radius you can for the hairpin after it, and carrying your speed and not landing on the inside where you have to bring your car to a dead stop to get it to turn. And just how consistent you have to run and how tight you have to run on those small tracks like that. And you have to hit your marks every single time. And it was so much fun to do that. It felt like fucking when we all went go-kart racing. Me, you, Chris, and your boy Mike. Like that's how it felt there when we were chasing after lap times. Like even there, you have to hit your marks with those slow carts too. You gotta carry your speed, so you have to figure out how to carry the speed through the turns. And like I said, everyone at pit stops is gonna be like, "Well, yeah, we've been doing this for fucking years." So,
well, another thing is too, a lot of the listeners. I mean, if you've gone to the races with us, Alex's progression over the last year, right? So now he's starting to, yeah, downhill. He's starting to realize these things, and
yeah,
it's awesome. Like it's, like I was texting him throughout the day. I was like, don't overdrive the track. Like slow is fast on a track like this.
there's the sticker.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I was frustrated.
There you go.
I was frustrated with how that e-buggy main went, because I was very confident. Like I was showing the pace in Q1 and Q2. I can look at top 5, top 10, top 15 average. And when it got to like top 10, top 15, I was faster than TQ, but I had 1 8-second bobble in the first round. In the second round, I had a couple, instead of running consistent low 21s, I ran like a 2:21 7s. And that was all it took for him to, take TQ. And so I was very confident. And because it was the TLR race and there was only a handful of technos, I had to, back the boys. Couldn't do that, obviously. But I told Jose, and he's super nice. We talked all day. I told Jose, I said, I hope, like, you got to come to LCRC or something. He's been before years ago, he said, but I said, we got to meet again, and I want to run a e-buggy because I want to see what I have for you. And, like, that's the first time I ever went somewhere, especially by myself, and just, like, out of the gate, I'm one of the guys to beat. So that was pretty crazy for me. But anyways, that was the TLR RC Keystone Championship. Excuse me.
Is that an annual thing they're doing every year?
I believe so, yeah. So I'm looking forward. Like I said, I want to try to go a couple times next year. I had a blast there. It's only an hour and a half from me, so it's not far.
What direction?
East.
It's
Oh,
in
so
Altoona.
By Altoona,
It's
yeah.
probably only
okay.
like an hour and a half from
It's just-
y'all.
Yeah.
They don't do
Yeah,
nitro
I'll
stuff
change
though.
it. That's okay.
So if you want to bring the e-buggy.
Got a body ready to go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, without an engine cutout.
It's my e-buggy body that I took
Huh.
off my e-car when I sold it. So I have an e-buggy body. If I ever need one.
You have one small part to the puzzle.
But it has to be a Mugen though. I don't think it'll fit that. I don't think it'll fit anything else.
I know a place that sells Mugens.
It's weird. I kind of know a guy that said I can run it too if I wanted to.
Oh, there you go. Is it happen to hang on his wall most of the time?
The old renter ride.
Actually, I think AJ runs it right now.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's
Not for
Pinky,
long.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, well, Pinky was our test car, and it hasn't been serviced in like 4 years.
Oh.
So it finally broke while we were testing the layout for Mugen Challenge, and we never got around to fixing it. So AJ has inherited his MBX8 Eco.
Mm.
fair.
That's the new one.
What?
I'm putting
What
it
is that?
together right now.
Oh, is there 2 trucks there?
That's a truck.
Yeah.
A nitro truck?
Oh.
Oh no, that's the E truck. Yeah.
You got a new e-truck?
It's not for me. It's for somebody with a last name that starts with Moo and ends with Ma.
Well, does it start with A?
Yes.
Oh
Well,
boy.
A could be a K, could be a C. Probably just depends on the day.
Okay, well let's be
Depends
honest.
on the day.
If
Yeah.
there,
For
if
sure.
there any
For sure.
if there are any moos or ahs that are gonna race, it's gonna be the A one.
Yeah. I'm setting it up as if A's gonna run it for now, so
Nice.
should be easy to
Awesome.
drive. Do we want to dive into the big race? What was the big race that we just had? Not the TLR race. What was that called, Alex?
The cancer race.
Mm-hmm.
The big one.
The big one.
The record. I should have queued up the other clip. Because if you listen to the
Wah,
last
wah, wah.
podcast, yeah.
Mhm.
You listen to the last podcast. Taylor and I talked stats. We talked about entry records for the past years, and it was 409 was the entry record. Then we talked about fundraising records, because if this is your first time listening, which is fine if it is, thank you for joining. If it's your first time listening, go listen to the rest of them. But cancer race at LCRC, all the proceeds go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital for cancer research and all that amazing stuff they do. And what was it? The record was like around the 26 grand mark fundraising wise, right?
Yeah, last year I think it was 25, 26 offhand.
It was 26.5 or something. Yeah. So in the last episode, naturally I want to break the entry count. That's my thing. But then with this, as I like how Mike Lopes said it in his recap on Facebook, where this is an event where racing is second. The first thing all the racers want to do is support the cause. So in an event like this, we all want to break the fundraising record, which was that 26 grand-ish number. And I think I said in the last podcast, if we make 30, I will be so happy. And I can pull up the picture here. Clicky click click. Oh, that's a good one to pull up. And so what happened was, well, bam, $35,620 is what.
Look at that.
209 unique entries and family and friends were able of a bunch of RC nerds were able to pull together for St. Jude's. Like, what? That's crazy.
It is. That's gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
I kind of worry because I always like to up the ante for the following year, but it's so high now.
We upped it fucking 9 grand.
Yeah.
9 G's.
Even just to be able to donate 9 grand by itself
That's a lot.
for a charity, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
But we added 9 grand to already a crazy total.
Yeah. And there's a lot of it's worth mentioning there's a lot of behind the scenes things that go on with like I know the Nipples were running around and the Burnses were running around getting donations from businesses, and some businesses were, God bless them, they were able to hand over like $1,000 cash, or hand over a lump sum of money saying towards the cause. And other businesses or individuals would donate stuff to raffle off or their own money. So like there were a lot of people that elbowed in there to help out pretty big. And
I'd like to say thank you to everyone who donated like things to be raffled, donated money to win raffles and everything else, and help set up all that stuff.
And that's also the really cool thing with the family at LCRC is everyone chips in one way or the other. Whether they chip in a basket, a gift card, or they just spend money on tickets. Everyone is playing their part. Everyone, like Krista made it clear, everyone helped to make that number, and that's such a cool thing to say that we all were a part of.
So supposedly the Chinese auction itself almost beat last year's record.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
it was somewhere close to that, and then obviously all the other like cash donations and Globe Bingo and stuff like that is what then made it. But yeah, I guess the tent itself made it almost
That's
what we
another
made last year.
That's another thing worth talking about for a minute. So, I got more
Who
pictures
won
pulled up here.
our kit that we donated? Do you know?
I don't even know.
I was standing there when they walked away with it, and I couldn't see his face.
Yeah, I'll look him up. There's a picture of him.
I'm just wondering
Oh,
if
here
we'll
it
see
is.
him
Here
racing
it
it.
is. Here it is.
Got
Oh, what's his name? Here, screen share for you guys. I can't. I'm so sorry. I can't recall his name. But here it is for the world to see.
The photo.
Ooh. It's not Adam. It's not Brent. It's not Travis.
I'm going to the Facebook.
Yeah, it's Travis.
That's Travis Clark?
Isn't it?
No, that's not Travis
Yeah.
Clark.
That's Travis.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Travis Clark.
Oh,
Yep, definitely Travis Clark.
okay. All right, congrats, Travis. Good deal.
Oh, I saw your one friend won that rock crawler there too.
Yeah, Lauren won the rock crawler, and he was
Mm-hmm.
he was telling me, he said he's gonna try to sell it for like next to nothing, just to get a little more cash in his pocket to support his racing program. And his son is like 4, and his son, when the box came home, he's like, Dad, what's that? And Lauren's like, don't worry about it. He's like, Dad, can we open it? And Lauren's just like, no. But anyway, what
cool.
I wanted to talk about.
That's cool.
What was that, Cody?
Sorry, I was looking. I forgot Nick Kaminsky won the NBXA.
Oh, yeah.
kit then.
Yeah. He's thinking about turning that into a 8-scale nitro truck.
That'd be awesome.
Well, just like swapping it.
Making a short course truck,
But
but 8-scale.
I got you.
That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Interesting.
I was on the wrong scene. Okay, there we go. So they didn't hear me, but yeah, green table, all the kits and stuff. Steeler tickets, Cody won. Milwaukee stuff, Cody was able to donate, and Ronda Drink Engine Turn 2 donated. Here's all the other baskets and stuff. Some SR27, some Sensi stuff. Adeline helped me win some stuffed animals. We had a blood deal there where I said, you put my tickets in and then we'll split it, because whatever you don't want, then it'll go to my baby niece, and handed them my baby niece today, and she was very happy about those. Here's Glow Bingo. Here's the woman in charge, Krista. The Glow Bingo was just, did you guys get a chance to see like how crazy that tent
Oh, yeah.
was? Oh my goodness.
yeah.
There's a blurry picture. Yeah, that's a better picture. I took these pictures. That's why some of them were blurry. But, I mean, as you can see just under the tent, it was just packed full. I mean, wow. And there's the turn 2 ladies helping out. There's Clinton with a OC22 sprint. He won that. But, so, as you said, Taylor, in the last podcast, where else can you go to the world's most premier racing facility for off-road A-scale, donate to an amazing cause, and win some pretty cool shit while you're having fun with your homies?
Nowhere else.
Let us know in the comments if you got somewhere else, because we'll come. But there isn't, so...
Cody, I'm curious what you have in the glass.
In the glass at this moment is Old Bardstown. It's one my dad found when he was down in Florida. It's actually pretty good. I was surprised, but this is...
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So could we have Rose and Thorn at your house?
Yeah, dude. For sure. It'd take a while to deplete this a little bit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think
That's quite a bit.
last time I saw, I have like 119 bottles, and I can't remember if that counts the 10 or so that I have at work. Hanging out in its own collection, conversation piece. But yeah, it's fun.
So, how did everyone do racing wise at the cancer race?
You want to start, Taylor?
Not me. No.
I'll start then.
Okay.
So as we talked about, we added a 4-wheel drive short. We were able to talk Kevin into adding 4-wheel drive short course class, which brought 18 individual entries, which is awesome. It was enough, and I think I told everyone, and Cody, I don't know if you caught wind of this, but it was enough where it was like Friday morning maybe, right in the morning when Kevin and I meet up and do our morning powwow, and Kevin was like, all right, so tell me this. I'm like, what's up, Kevin? He's like, am I going to have to add 4-wheel drive short course as a regular class for next season? And I was like, well,
No.
probably not, because, and I explained all the guys doing it, or doing it because Taylor and I were like, just do it this one time, man, please. And they were like, all right, this one time, 'cause it's a cancer race. But thank you to everyone.
There's a few that
played.
definitely like running it though.
Oh, yeah. But
Oh yeah.
those few also run their nitro truck and their nitro buggy and their e-buggy and their e-truck, and I don't blame
Yeah.
anyone for not wanting to spend 250 entries of a race weekend, you know, and have to shuffle 5 cars or more. But so yeah, I don't think it has the potential to be a regular class, unfortunately, but we still had a blast. So anyways, I ran that. I ran 10 scale, and I ran e-buggy. 10 scale, the bloke beat me. Toby got me. I owe him another case of beer. It's a good race. Short course, Ezra and Jason were just bad fast, and Mike was able to put one up on me, and Mike Malone was able to put one up on me. I took 5th. Very hard fought 5th. It was great racing. And in e-buggy, I had the weekend of my life. I qualified 8th in the first round. I don't know where I ended second round. It was like somewhere in the 20s, I think, or high teens overall out of 87 entries. But it was enough to put me 9th on the grid of the A-main, which is amazing because that was my first A-main I made at LCRC besides 10th scale. And I made it direct. I didn't have to do the bumping nonsense, which...
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Coming, like, I'm a high C, low B main driver all season, and, like, each weekend I BQ'd once or twice. Like, I think Pro Tech I got B2 or BQ or something. So like it was always right there, you know. And then I get in the B main and I just Schultz myself, but I just skipped that B main shit. I said I'm just why would I fuck around with it?
Just do that again next time.
Yeah,
Go
right.
straight to
Just
the
do
A,
that
right?
forever.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just clicks. That
Yeah.
might be the last time. That might be the first time you make the A-main. Now it's a regular thing now.
That'd be nice.
Or Cody's going to completely destroy that layout and make it extremely challenging, and he'll never make the A-main
Oh,
again. We'll never know.
I have a 6-pack I want to show you, Cody. for future
okay.
reference. Don't let me
Abs?
forget about that. No.
Have you been working out?
No. Anyways, my e-buggy main, it went good. I got 8th or 9th. I was in the back of the pack, but like, I don't think I got lapped. Like, Mike won. I don't. Great drive out of Mike. I'll let him talk about that when it's his turn. But I didn't get lapped. I was right there. I made some mistakes. I had the speed, so I was more than pleased with my results. So
Where'd you end up in the A after the
8th or
driving?
9th, I think.
Oh
So,
yeah, I mean
yeah,
that's
I'm not complaining. And like I said,
Intermediate e-buggy at LCRC is a tough fight
yeah,
in A main. There's
and
a
yeah. What'd
lot
you
of
say? There's
fast people.
87 entries.
yeah,
Did you say 87?
yeah,
That's
Wow.
insane.
Yeah.
yeah. And like I had to get marshaled twice, and even with that, I still didn't get lapped. So like I had the speed.
Right.
I made my
Yeah.
they were my mistakes.
Yeah,
But
everybody in the A main could have won.
yeah,
I think there's even a
Honestly.
couple in the B that could have won the
Oh,
A.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they're the top
Yeah.
like 30 of intermediate e-buggy at LCRC is fast.
It doesn't,
That's
and
right.
it doesn't take much to be sitting P12 in the first round, and then sit P35 in the second round, and only be 5 seconds off your first pace.
Yeah.
It's just so tight up, like you said, Taylor, in the top 30. But that was my racing side of things. Cody, I want to hear yours. You had a pretty good showing.
Yeah, it was good. I made both shows. I had to bump through the B and Nitro Buggy though. Started BQ. Um, I don't even think I made many mistakes in the B main. I just was playing it safe and Cash caught me, and I wasn't gonna try to duke it out for something when we both could just go to the A. So I know that I was hanging around with him there for a little bit and whatnot, and I even heard you on the speaker saying about I wonder if he catches him, is he gonna try to pass? I told Zach, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to try to duke it out."
Yeah,
Whenever
because
we're
you
both
guys
gonna
were
get
like
bumped
10 or
in.
15 seconds ahead of third place too. Like you guys were
Yeah,
sitting. You guys were
yeah.
sitting
So I
nice.
was sitting comfy there, and I'm usually never one to try to race anybody in a bumping main.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm sitting in a bump spot, I'll just hang out.
There's no reason
Unless
to.
they're obviously, yeah, unless they get upside down and then I go around them.
Yeah.
But like if they would reel me back in, I'm not going to try to keep them behind me.
No, if they're clearly faster, let them have the inside, and I'll gladly take that
Yeah,
last bump spot.
right. So yeah, that was cool bumping to the buggy A, only being my second race back and running a nitro buggy in what 3 or 4 years. So that was cool, especially at a bigger race. Um, Nitro buggy A, I basically just I started 13th because I got the last bump, and I just sort of hung out and did my own thing. Like I was looking at my times, like I didn't really have a bad race. I didn't get marshaled a lot. I was just out there driving my car, and I think I ended up like 11th. Guys flaming out, braking. I did pass a couple guys off the start, but like I'm not. Once I make the A's at this point, I'm not really there to. I'm not pushing a whole lot anymore. I just kind of try to last and outlast anyone else because I know a bunch of them guys are faster than me at this point still.
And you're
Um,
someone that races what 7 times a year, if that.
Yeah, 6.
So like,
Yeah.
Hardly any practice.
making
Yeah,
the show
so, I
an
mean,
expert nitro.
yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, so I mean, I do remind myself that from time to time over the weekend because like I might get frustrated because it's like I know I could usually beat some of these people. Then I'm also like, yeah, but they also race every other weekend or every weekend or
Mhm.
travel and this and that. So I'm still
Yeah.
happy with where I end up most of the time just because I know I put myself behind the 8 ball with not doing it as much.
Yeah.
But no, I was happy with Nitro Buggy. That was fun. Nitro Truck, I think I qualified 7th or something like that. And then I drove between 4th place and 7th place the whole main and ended up 5th.
Nice.
Um, yeah, so that's kind of where I usually sit Nitro Truck. I'm usually like there's usually 1, 2, or 3 guys that are
Yeah.
just blistering fast that I have no business with right off the bat. Um, and then usually 4th to like 7th or 8th. There's a handful of us that like to duke it out, throughout the race,
Right.
and we're all about the same pace. Usually just ends up on who has a cleaner race.
Mm-hmm.
Um, So yeah, I had a good weekend. I was happy to make both A's.
Good deal.
And yeah, just keep on plugging along. I'm not gonna make the Halloween race, so I'm gonna have to play the bump game on Sunday morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, boy.
yeah, I have a wedding this Saturday during qualifying, so
I'll make a
depending on
call.
when that first, yeah, depending on that first Nitro Buggy A main is, will depend if I run Nitro Buggy. If not, I'll just show up and run the truck B main.
I'll have to
I'll
make a
see you at the bottom.
yeah. I'll make a phone call to Bob Walker and tell him and his dad to come out with their nitro buggy and play the bump game too, so you guys have some competition down there.
Yeah, that's yeah. I like playing the bump game every now and again. I've done that 2 or 3 times now
Yeah.
with not missing or with missing qualifying, and it's fun, but it gets pretty hard when you start to back the field. Then you start getting with faster guys, and then usually you just run out of time.
Yeah.
You know, like you might still be reeling them in, but you just end up running out of time because the mains are short and whatever. But see,
Cool. Mike, you want to talk about your weekend? You had a pretty stellar weekend.
Yeah. Well, I beat Alex in short course.
Yes.
Qualifying what, fourth? Yeah, fourth overall in short course. And then stayed in fourth. Was in third for a while, but then ended up taking fourth in the main. But all I cared about was beating Alex.
You're
So,
still not a state champ, so
I was last year.
not this year. Doesn't matter. Null and void. I have the gold medal, not you.
Yeah. But so yeah, no, short course was fun. I mean, I'm not huge on it outside. I like it indoor more, but for Alex, I ran it this time. So you're welcome. What E-Truck? E-Truck was an up and down Saturday. First qualifier in E-Truck. Some lap traffic issues. I got like a 31st from the first round because I accidentally really punted somebody off the track because they like slingshotted in front of me after tangling with somebody else, and I just felt bad, so I waited. But second round I ended up getting what, 8th for the round, I think, which put me 11th in the main. E-Buggy, I got 2/3, which started 4th. Yeah, 4th on Sunday. And early on, within what, first turn, I think I went up to second and then passed for the lead. And Jordan was fast as crap. He ended up passing me, but ran into some stuff and dropped out and inherited first again. And I ended up, for the last race of the point series, I ended up taking first, which is awesome because I'm trying to beat Gavin, which overall I don't think happened. So
No, he did.
he's gonna, I think, he's gonna have it by like 3 points or something like that. So, but that's funny. Like in the whole grand scheme of the season, it came down to 3 points.
I wanna segue into my clip I had to pull up. I'll share my screen.
Kudos to Gavin. Yeah.
And we will get back into this here directly.
Nitro. Intermediate E-Buggy is another good one. There is only a 6-point separation between first and second. Once again, it's the Yoder and Egelberger show. So, Mike has to fight a child all weekend long. And I'm very excited.
When you put it that way, that sounds bad.
And the worst part is I think the child's going to kick his ass.
Whereas you guys had the opportunity to see it. Point is, we talked in the last episode how Mike and Gavin were going to have the greatest showdown in both of their classes, points-wise. And we were saying how Mike really has to do a lot of work. Well, so it would have been... I think it would have happened over Friday night. We lost Mike. We couldn't find out where Mike was. Sometime between Friday night and Saturday morning, Mike was missing. Whatever, Mike's an adult. You know, none of us were worried, right? He's an adult. You know, whether found something to, go chase after, found, some two-legged deer. Uncle Mike does Uncle Mike things. So then, lo and behold, I think it was Saturday night, the Yoders had to
Saturday night.
Had to take Gavin to the hospital. And found some things going on.
You jumped a little kid, dude.
And
Yeah.
and here's evidence. Oh, wrong button. I will show everyone here the evidence. That's the wrong screen I'm sharing, I think, or maybe we're right. But as you can see, little Yoder in in third place there is on crutches. So Mike tried to alter his day. Shane Yoder had to carry Gavin up the stand to each of his races. And Mike was able to get one up on him in e-buggy. I'll give Mike that. It worked once. It didn't work in e-truck, and it didn't work in the points. So Mike played dirty. I don't know what he did. I think he was gnawing on his ankle or something. Whatever.
Oh, like a rabid dog.
Yeah, Uncle Mike things. Uncle Mike does Uncle Mike things. Long story short.
Long story short, Gavin's on crutches, and it wasn't me. It wasn't my doing.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But no, dude, like during that main, like during all the announcing of it, I kept listening to where Gavin was, because I knew how, like, where I needed to be and where he needed to be for like points, right?
Right.
And at one point I heard he was back in like 6th or 7th, and as I was driving, honestly, I was like, okay, awesome. I just need to keep doing what I'm doing. Honestly, I mean, let's be honest. And as he started catching up, I'm like, shit.
This little son of a bitch.
I knew it was gonna happen, because I mean, Gavin's fast, right? Like,
oh yeah,
he knows, especially with Shane talking him through the race and stuff. Like, dude, like he was going to do it, right? And I even talked to Shane afterwards. It's like I did everything that I could, and it is what it is. Kudos to Gavin for a great season, winning, and we'll be battling again next year in Expert. So.
Yeah, it was definitely awesome to watch from the sidelines and watch throughout the season, race by race, and the shit talking in between races. That
it was great.
If you don't follow the Facebook, you should. But if you follow the Facebook and saw, Shane Yoder sent me an expert statistic prediction for how the battle between Uncle Mike and Yoder was going to go, and it was a spinny wheel, and it was about 30 names. 29 of them were Gavin. One of them was Uncle Mike. And when Shane clicked spin, it ended up on Gavin. So, that's the expert statistical prediction. And it worked. So,
yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, no. But, yeah, no, I won't be able to make the Halloween race because I'll actually be on vacation, as you guys know. But
and here that is Shane texted me.
Oh, look at that. His ears are burning.
He's probably talking shit.
Yeah, right.
Why was Uncle Mike so slow?
Making another real estate joke, right? But yeah, no, Alex, you'll have to be my stand-in for the pictures.
I'm gonna cut out, get like a popsicle stick of your face. So
that's fine. Yeah, that's
but I'm gonna cut out the mouth for 2 reasons.
Yeah, but. No, I'm curious. I'm really curious how Truggy's gonna shake out. Because I was 5th going into this last race.
You were tied with Yoder.
Yeah. I mean, he finished ahead of me, so he's gonna be ahead of me.
He got 5th.
But yeah, I'm just wondering if I'm going to stay top 5.
No, you won't, because you were 6th, tied for 5th, weren't you?
No, I was 5th.
Tied with Gavin in 6th, or tied with Gavin in 4th?
I think he was ahead of me.
Okay, well.
I think.
Let me fact check.
So.
Give me a second.
Because I think Lonzo was behind me in 6th.
Okay. Here we
I'm
go.
excited for when these points drop.
No.
So
It was you and Gavin in 5th and 6th, tied. Lonzo was behind you, 6 points behind you.
Okay.
So you didn't get 5th. Yoder got 5th.
Okay, but I think Billy didn't race.
Well, where did Ezra end up?
Ezra was 1 spot ahead of me.
Okay, because Ezra was 2 points ahead of you and Gavin.
Yeah.
So Gavin might have got 3rd.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Billy got bumped out though, because I don't think he was there, or he just didn't run e-truck.
Well, he was 25 points ahead of Ezra. So yeah, well,
that doesn't matter because all of us got at least 90 points.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm done doing math because that gets hard, and I'll just wait till the final results.
Yeah.
come
That's
out.
how I feel. I'm not doing the math. Just
all,
let it come out.
all I know is, as long
No.
as my math is correct, I beat Toby in points, so I'm happy.
Yeah, but I mean, they'll have to do them soon because I'm sure Chris has to order like the winners' jackets and stuff. So, and that race is what, 2 weeks from now?
I'm willing to bet Krista already has that under control.
Toby knits them
Probably.
by hand.
Oh, does he really?
No.
I mean, he's probably. I wouldn't put it past him. You know, jack of all trades, master at none. You know.
Yep. He's
Congrats,
really enjoying the pottery thing.
congrats to Toby
Yeah.
for not falling off his bike on his bike ride too this year. That was good to see.
Two bike rides.
Oh yeah,
So he's 2 for 2.
yeah. Do you
And
have
he's
any
like what? How many times has he beaten you this year?
Toby beating me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd have to look back and look at the full math, but I think we are officially 50-50. If not, Toby
Okay.
might have one up on me.
I know you beat him once because he brought you like a 6-pack instead of like a 24-pack, and you were pissed about it. But you know,
British math.
British. They don't
It's
sell.
like a pound.
They don't sell
of
them in
beers.
pints, so he got confused.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have anything else to add to your race weekend, Mike?
No, it was a lot of fun. I can't wait till next year. It sucks that I won't be there for the next race, but
Yeah.
you know,
I
opening
do
day.
have something about Mike over the race weekend.
I love it.
It
Yeah.
was Friday, I think. I come
Okay.
walking around and clean my cars off. There's Mike hitting his ball back over to the golf course.
Oh
Yes,
From the
that is
Oh!
true.
Ah!
Do we
Yeah.
have the photo?
LCRC
Yeah.
yard. I did not take
Do you
a
have the
photo
photo
or
to
anything.
drop?
Someone has a photo, don't they?
Unfortunately.
So Alex does have a photo of it.
I do.
somewhere.
Oh, does he?
Did you send it to me
I
in
think
Messenger?
somebody has a photo of it.
I seen it posted somewhere.
Yeah, so did I. But yeah, so we were on that par 5, and I hit a 5-iron. I was going for the green, and I bled a little left, and I ended up right by the air compressor. You know, Dennis and I drove over to LCRC, got my ball. I hit it back to the green, and you know, saved a bogey.
So, on top of that,
I know
Uh,
it's so I'm gonna try and find it. It's in one of these group chats.
if you've never been to LCRC, there's a golf course literally next door, and the one green is pretty adjacent to the main pits, the hobby shop, the air compressor. From the driver's stand, you have a clear view of the green. And just conveniently during practice day, I'm out on the stand talking to some people that are waiting to practice, and I look over and I see Uncle Mike, I see Lonzo, I see Chris Patterson, I see Mike Lopes, and I see Dennis Brew having their fivesome of golf. And luckily, the sound system from the mic reaches to that green too. So what do? I start talking shit. And I'm like, oh, look, here we got some of the locals over there trying to put the ball in the hole. Looks like Dennis Brew is going to take a putt or a chip or, you should probably use the 3-iron for that. Oh, yep, you whiffed it. Okay, who's next? And, oh, it was so funny. They were just,
It was funny.
Then they started riding the bull, acting like a damn fool around the green. And
Yeah, to the point where next year, we may come up with a plan during the Mugen Challenge golf outing that Alex is following us around, talking
Yeah.
shit the entire time with like
Yeah.
a portable mic and speaker.
It's already been cleared. Davey and I are gonna have
Oh, man.
cocktail hour from when the time Mugen Challenge golf outing starts, and we're just gonna have our own golf cart and have a little speaker, and we're just gonna be like, huh? Really think you can make that from this distance? You should probably range that.
It would be even
Class.
funnier because Alex knows absolutely nothing about golf.
Neither does Davey.
Yeah, just Davey. So what I would do is I'll end up sending you guys some links of some pretty funny people that like sit on like tee boxes, and they basically heckle the people as they're teeing off, right?
I've watched this.
Yeah, but they say almost nothing about golf. It's just they just
Yeah.
say random dumb shit. It's hilarious. So
I want to know what tires you guys were on all weekend.
Green Reflex
The whole weekend?
on e-buggy. I was on relapses during practice. Pretty much all the qualifiers, I believe I was on green reflex. And main day. With much help from, I mean, poor Cody. He's turning in. Oh, Henrietta.
Hello.
Special guest. Special guest. But
Hello.
it was Henrietta's birthday last weekend too, so everyone in the
Yesterday?
comments.
Or no,
Last weekend, yeah. So everyone in the comments, please say happy birthday to little Henrietta.
Oh,
Hi.
don't end the call.
Hi.
Don't end the call.
But anyways,
We're done.
I almost feel bad how much I'm in Cody's ear asking for tire advice because he hasn't
That's
led me
right.
wrong yet. So Cody, you're officially my tire guy. Sorry.
Oh, cool. No problem.
Um,
I wish I had my own tire guy because I keep whiffing my own decisions half the time.
well,
But that's
I'll
all right.
I'll start asking you for you and not tell you it's for you. So then you can come ask me and I'll be like, oh, I'd run the thing that you told me. Silver relapses on my short course was what I was getting to.
Okay.
With punched holes in the foam, by punched holes in the foam to make it a little flatter, a little softer, and those were again help to Mike and Jim Lonzo for the advice on that, how to create those, and that made an awesome short course tire. Highly recommend for everyone on a nice clean track surface. Those are fucking awesome.
Cody, what'd you do for tires this weekend?
I was. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah. Mike, do you want to fill in?
So, yeah. So, wow. So all weekend, I was actually on the same set of tires on truck and buggy all weekend. I tried multiple things, but all through qualifying, all through mains, I ran the same set of tires, and they were clays. I ran clay tires all weekend.
That just blows my mind.
Yeah. In practice,
I'll be back.
I tried multiple different things. I kept going back to a soft clay tire. So most relatable to like an
Yeah.
A2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because like the silver is a soft clay tire technically, J concepts wise.
Yeah, I'd relate it. So like promotion calls them clays, but they don't
Yeah.
feel like clays. You know, they're softer than a normal clay. So
Yeah.
like A2, A3, I'd say is what it's most relatable to.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, and then after the race, Cody, Chicky was up on the stand doing tire testing,
Mhm.
and he went significantly faster on A3.
Sucks because I had a set of A3 reflexes. I literally had them on the buggy, and I just second guessed myself. I was like, the track's too dusty. I put some green relapses on, and like that was the safest option. Like I think Taylor and I actually talked about it last night. That was the safest option that I could think of going in as BQ or trying for the bump.
Yeah.
And then I put on another newer set of green relapses for the main, for the 25-minute A. And I mean, it's not like they were bad, but they definitely weren't the best tire. And I really, really wish I would have thrown those A3 reflexes on for that 25-minute main.
Yeah. So your question for EJ Concepts guys, the A3, that's like a super soft long wear, right?
Yeah, and it's so on the chart of the compounds and this how firm and soft they are. The A3 and the blue are on the same uh like level.
Hardness. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then I think the A3s are just the long wear stuff. Well, obviously, because it's A3, A1, A2, A1, A2, A3. Um, yeah, I really because they were brand new, in the track I feel like as dusty as it was, it definitely needed reflexes. But I was scared to run a green reflex because it was going to catch all the holes that were all throughout the place. Um, and then I didn't have blues glued up. All my blues were bald at that point from the end of the weekend. So
Yeah. Like
I don't think I own A3 anything, to be honest. I don't think I've ever bought any. But
I just randomly found them in the back of Kevin's cupboard with all of his buggy tires in it, and I was like, "Oh, these are probably money." And I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Yeah. So like throughout the weekend, I tested like we have single dot and double dot. Double dot's softer than single dot. I tried double dot in practice, like the super soft variant, and it had an immense amount of grip everywhere on the track, but it was just a little too edgy for me. Like you throw it into a corner, and like I was like at the end of the straightaway, for example, I didn't touch or get hit by any of those ruts until I ran those tires, and I tapped my brakes once, turned the wheels, and out flew. I tumbled all the way down the straightaway.
Yeah.
So after that practice run, I was like, these are better, but I'm taking them off because the harder ones I slide over all that stuff. You know, they were slightly slower, but they were just way safer, and it was a relapse style I ran all weekend.
Yeah.
It's called the Phantoms, but yeah, like we were genuinely surprised from running them in the cold to the hot to the overcast, same tire, same compound. And then it's also the same set of tires. They never wore out. They still have a lot of life in them.
Sweet.
Moving on
Yeah,
from
the track
tires, I was gonna say, what do you guys think about the track surfaces throughout the weekend?
I feel like it disappeared again.
Like, not completely.
Friday. No, not completely, but like Friday. The best tires I ran all weekend were on Friday evening at about 4:30. It was A2 ellipses on my truck, and I just
Yeah.
threw them on as like let's see what these do. Had no intention of them actually being good, but I just was curious, and
Mhm.
they were lights out. That was probably the best tire I've had on all weekend. Other than Saturday night, I put green relapses on my truck, and it was lights out then too. But
Same
as
time Friday, I ran blue double bars on buggy, and that was same result for me. I was
yeah,
like, wow, this is gonna be a good weekend. So my
yeah,
car was hooked up.
that's
So
I don't know what keeps happening necessarily because like Friday there was still lots of grip. I felt
yeah,
like you were hurting blues, and then Saturday I think I ran blue reflexes on both cars. They were good. And then by Saturday night, it was back to green stuff because it was just so dusty, and the oil started getting slick again. And then same on Sunday, it cooled off so much on Sunday then, and that's partially why I went with greens again because I was like, there's no way it's warm enough for long wears to be able to kick in at a decent rate to go a 25-minute main they might have kicked in. I was thinking halfway through. And at that point, I'm already out to lunch, trying to push. I was running greens, but yeah, the track. I don't know why it keeps getting so dusty. Other than, of course, it's just been dry, and it's only gotten what the water that we put on it, not naturally.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, like the last two races, I just feel like it's been unbelievably dusty compared to what it usually is. Usually, these two races it grooves up pretty good because there's so many people.
I mean,
And
Mugen Challenge was super dusty, like super dusty. I forget what race it was. It was probably like two before that. It was just as dusty, but there was way more grip.
yeah.
I
You know,
think the change is the climate leading up to the races, where there was no water in the ground. Like when you get at least some moisture and stuff in the ground, it'll hold it. Even if it gets a little loomy on top, you could kind of bring this, the groove back a little bit quicker. But when there's no moisture down below, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Friday we were on the right track
Yeah,
with how black it was getting on the sweeper and everywhere else. There was a good 3 to 4 foot like actual blue groove, and by the end of Saturday, it was gone again. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind
right?
of baffling.
And like the
I feel
crazy
like
thing
there.
is,
Go ahead. Sorry.
sorry, yeah, like you were debating A3s and like Chicky's testing, A3s for the tire or whatever. At the end of Mugen Challenge, when we did our tire testing with Gavin, who would have thought that a hard clay tire would have let Gavin go like into the 23s? You know, Like he wasn't touching the 23s in the main, but afterwards he was on a different tire.
32s.
And yeah, or whatever. But like in the Mugen Challenge, arguably had way less grip than the Cancer Race.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely playing mind games, I think.
And the oil section, I feel as if was significantly better than Mugen Challenge. But once the sun went away on Sunday, that's when it turned to ice.
Mm-hmm.
When the sun was hitting it and kept it warm, it was definitely manageable. It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
You know?
no, it wasn't like Drift City yet on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Like Saturday night, even when I ran on my truck, I was wide open around there and it just stuck. And then the first time I drove on a Sunday in the Buggy B, I hit that for the one in like the first warm up lap. I'm like, oh my, this is a complete 180 compared to what it was the last time I touched it. And yeah, just from there, and then obviously in the Nitro A and Buggy A and the Truck A, I felt like it just got slippier as the day went on, and it wasn't, but still wasn't near as bad as what it was at Mugen Challenge. Like you could
Yeah.
still get on it a little bit harder without having to worry about doing a 360.
Yeah, like
Whereas
you could
Mugen
definitely tell it
Challenge
was
was
all wheel
360.
spin.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was all wheel spin at the Cancer Race, but your car still's tracked in a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. But yes,
And it
it
didn't
was better. It was thicker. It was put on thicker and more times this time for the Cancer Race. So
that
yeah.
and it didn't break up like it did in Mugen Challenge. You know, like
Yeah.
Mugen Challenge I get those little potholes in it.
Yep.
Where you would get like no grip, and your car would just get bucked around a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
Cancer Race, I think,
Yeah.
had one little spot, and it was easy to get around because it was just in one little spot. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alex, what's your take on the track surface this past weekend?
It was definitely better than Mugen. I think the ice rink still existed by the end of it. Again, same opinions as the last time. It was cool. We all had to race on it. It was different. Wasn't and what was it? At Friday, it was like carpet over there. It was like, oh my god, so much grip. And then it was pretty much main day. Throughout Saturday, you could feel it changing, and then come main day, it was not near as bad as what it was as Mugen, but a lot of people complained about jump faces. I mean, that one we had to fix on the Supercross, that was rough. But once Cody and Kevin got after it, it was pretty much fine from there. I liked the six pack how it was. I mean, it was blown out. It was rough. It was terrible. But we all had to drive on it. You know?
It was way easier on Sunday to drive after
Yeah.
I went in and shaved off some of the weird hunked out pieces.
Yeah. Took the
rounded
edges
it
off.
off a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing was pretty gnarly to start the weekend.
Well, I liked it because I have the common sense to just slow the hell down and roll
Right.
over it and stay consistent while the fast guys are still trying to find their fast way around. And I still
Yeah.
put that to blame on why I qualified so well in the first round because everyone
Could
was
be.
jumping and flipping, and I wasn't.
But hey, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
Staying on all four wheels for
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And you do what you got to do. I also was just double, 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 or double, double, blup, blup, or whatever. I was just not being upside down, and that's the name of the game, is not being upside down.
Right, exactly.
AKA slows fast.
Yeah.
yeah,
Between the pipes on all fours.
yeah, just I would always just try to triple in and then just stay on the throttle and just let it,
Mhm.
rumble out.
Yeah, especially if you hit the hole where you
Yeah.
would have initially tripled. If you can
Yeah.
triple in and hit that hole every time, you literally could just drive straight right back
Oh,
out of
yeah.
it because it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Saturday night when we were working on that stuff, that was the first time I'd actually walked up to it. Like I've driven on it and knew it was rough, and then when I walked up there, I'm like, I don't know why this is rough. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
Like it's gone.
Well, that was the crazy thing too in the six pack with the hole in that fourth jump, I guess. You couldn't see it from the stand. You can walk up to it and see it staring at it, no problem. And from the stand, you'd know where about it is. but just the color of the dirt and the depth perception, like you couldn't see it. So for me, trying to, like you said, aim for that hole or even aim around it, it was hard because I know whereabouts it is, but it was only that wide. It wasn't like it was 3 feet wide. It was 18 inches wide, so it was just enough to fit your buggy through.
That's another tip for people that don't do it normally. Walk the track.
Oh yeah.
Walk the track throughout the weekend.
Very beneficial.
Yes.
And I forget who said it, whether it was a pro or one of you guys, but someone said, like, even when it's time to marshal, if you have a spot you're struggling at on the track, go marshal that cone so you can watch for the 6 or 8 minutes or however long that race is. Watch how other people are taking it and watch how cars are going over it. Then you know how you should be going over it. That's my
said
biggest
that.
thing.
I was gonna say I
You
was
said
probably
that.
Taylor.
Yeah.
But yeah, another thing too is like when you marshal those spots, you're getting a totally different perspective of that lane, right?
Mhm.
Because not every lane is straight. So like you go over there like, oh, this is actually like at an angle.
Yeah.
This jump face is not square.
Yeah.
Like you actually see those sorts of things.
There's
yeah.
6 inches difference of lift on the left and the right side. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many times where I'd be messing up on like a double clip in the pipe or something, and then I'd go marshal the spot, and then I'd realize, oh wow, it's an angle, and
hmm
from the stand, it doesn't look like an angle.
Yeah, it's like I need to do a little less steering input in this
Yeah.
spot. You know? Yeah.
I
That's how I was on
technically
the
know that I should go track walk, and yeah, that's a good thing to do. Just usually by the end of the day, it's like, I've seen the track enough today. Also, when I'm watering, I also get to see like I get a different view other than just walking it, like watering the track or like you guys said, going out to Marshall, stuff like that. Like I do get to see the things. I just don't typically go at the end of the night to check out all the things.
Speaking of
When I'm
water,
watering the track, I miss like every obstacle from like a race scenario because I'm just focused on like the dirt and what the dirt's doing and like, how it's soaking up. And it's nowhere near like a track walk for me. I'm walking the track, I'm looking at the track, but I'm just not paying attention to how to actually race the track.
I also
totally
think
get
that comes with like I've been watering the track for how many years now at this point, so like
Yeah.
that's almost second nature to me. So like when I'm out there, I'm looking at the track more than anything. So like as time goes and the more you water it, the more you'll just find yourself heads up. The more you'll just find yourself, out there watering and you're like, oh, that's why I keep rolling right here in this turn. Or, vice versa. That's why I keep nose diving off the face of this because there's a 24-inch hole across the face of it that blends in just fine from the driver's stand type deal. But
So, Taylor and Cody. So, is there times where you're watering the track? You're not necessarily fully paying attention to where you're stepping, and you step in a crater, and you're like, "Oh shit, there's a giant crater right here."
There's quite a few times where I'm walking backwards, and you also trip over the pipe. You lose sense of where you're at and walk right into a jump. Like quite a few times.
I've never actually stepped in a hole. I've tripped over the pipe a handful of times, especially on a new layout. After you've watered a layout, however many times, then you go to water a new one right off the bat, and it's like you're walking, you're like, start tripping back. I'm like, there wasn't pipe here last time I watered this. What's going on? It's like, oh yeah, new track.
So I do want to say the greatest thing all weekend was probably Friday when Cody and Taylor showed up to work, because all day Thursday it was me and Burns and Kevin doing track watering that we had to do every 30 to 40 minutes. And
hey, I did help Thursday. I was there Thursday for the very last one or something.
And I know how, watering the track's a lot of work, especially when you're doing it so often. I always knew that. I've watered tracks before. I know it's a lot of work. I never doubted it. But when it's not my job, and now I'm filling in, then I'm like, oh, I really just want to let it get so fucking dusty right now. I don't want to go water. I want to sit here and drink a beer while someone else is watering.
The glass half full of that though is you did go water when it wasn't your job. You did go take care of it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there's like just in the real world, there's people where it's like, well, that's not my job. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. Well,
Whereas like all of us, whether it's our job or not,
yeah.
we'll jump in and do whatever we have to do to keep doing the things and making it what it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, if need be, Taylor, or you, Cody, or anyone would hop on the mic and run a race if need be. You know,
Yeah, I don't know.
Really
if I'm
don't
a
want to, but
microphone
if
kind of
Well,
guy.
pull my arm.
if need be.
Yeah.
But another funny thing, I'm proud of this. I think it would happen early on in the first round of quals. I was in the booth, and a pipe got kicked out, and the race ended. Shane Nipple was already busy, because it's cancer race. You know, everyone's pulling out the raffle items, and there's a million other moving parts to this race. Everyone's already busy, and I'm like, that pipe only needs like 2 nails. Last car comes off. See what I can do here. So called the drivers out to Marshall, called the next race up to the stand, ran down out of the booth, went into the container, grabbed a hammer and 3 nails, and I'm running across the track on the mic. Marshall steer cones, running, Marshall steer cones. Get to the pipe. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, tink, tink. All right, roll him out. Run back, and like did a Superman dive onto the keyboard to press start race before the first car crossed. And it was no time lost. Pipe was fixed. And I was really proud of that. I don't want to do it again. But
I forget what I was doing.
I wanted
but
to
did
challenge
see
myself.
That. And I will say for the listeners and the viewers that didn't get to observe that, there was more than 3 swings to put in each nail.
Okay, I exaggerated on the lack of swings.
Yeah.
Regardless, we didn't go red on the number of the timetable.
Yeah. No, thank you for doing that, Alex.
I don't want to do it again, but I will.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun to try that. Now I got to see if Davey will do it. Talk about lack
Taylor
of swings.
Taylor just can swing a much heavier hammer. That's why it takes less swings.
No, Taylor just uses his palm. He probably just pushes
No,
it in.
Shane does. Shane does. Have you watched Shane?
Wow.
He really
No.
will. Yeah.
I'm not so sure how human Shane is. Like, I think he is a little bit of robot somewhere, which is great. Love Shane,
For sure.
but just how
Same
much
idea.
he is able to do. He does a lot. He's got a big hard
Yes.
drive.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a hammer.
That's his small hammer.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then so I went and did that. I nailed the pipe in. Then I came up, and then after that race, I was just standing outside the booth with the hammer. And then I think Dennis Brew looked at me, and I was like, "What do you have to say, Dennis? I have the complaint department with me." And I just started waving the hammer around.
Thanks.
What else do we have to talk about with the cancer race specifically?
I was blown away at how many entries there were.
Right.
Same.
And I was
Yeah,
I was
definitely.
nervous. On Thursday we were at like 150, if that. And then Friday morning, like it was like Friday till noon, we were still only like 250, and I was like, and then just all of a sudden it's like 300, 350, 375. And then Saturday morning comes around and fuck.
Yeah, I was not expecting that many entries. I was
Was-
expecting more than 300, but not 400.
Yeah.
I think it was like 399 or 401 by the end of Friday night.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then so we
The
got
last
30 some more entries on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty sure
Wow.
that's what it was. But yeah, we're back on the record breaker streak after
Let's
Mugen
see
let
if
us
we can
down.
do it one more time.
Yeah.
Every event so far minus Mugen.
Yeah, I don't even know what Halloween race is typically a lighter turnout, which
Yeah.
honestly makes it one of my favorite ones usually because it's nice and laid back and
Yeah, no,
it doesn't not as late of a race really. And
yeah. I told some other
Just
people
it's-
I won't trip if it's only a 280, 300 entry race, and we can do 3
Yeah.
rounds of 5, and
and still be done at a decent time. And
I'd like to have 400 entries just for a chip on my shoulder in my own
I
mind.
pulled up
but
the Halloween race entry counts for the last few years. So last year was 218, and 2023 was 169, 2022 145, and then 144, 179, then 149, 116. So
was it 218? You said was the
218
highest
was
one?
last year, and that
Wow.
was the highest.
So we just need to hit the minimum entry for this year, and we will clear the record
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So you need 100 racers to show up, and you'll
Pretty
beat the
much.
entry record.
That's nuts. Now I'm gonna be mad if we don't beat the entry record. But
Like,
by
no,
one.
this one's too easy to beat. We gotta
Yeah.
do that easily.
We gotta fix that. See, and I've been thinking about that. Now next year, I'm worried I'm gonna get frustrated next year if we don't beat entry counts, because this year was just incredible. Even with Mugen not beating the Mugen record, it was still 445 or something, right?
Yeah, close to 450.
It was
So
just
It was 444, I think.
444. Yeah. So
But what
So-
sucks with Mugen Challenge is that's usually when all the other big races are. No, maybe not that weekend, but they're the week before, they're the week after.
yeah,
Like what E-Buggy Worlds. Like we
they
would
were
have
the week
another,
after.
Yeah, we would have had another 20 or so entries if more of those pro guys showed up that would have been running
At
Nitro
least.
Buggy, Nitro Truggy, E-Buggy.
And if
Yep.
more of those
Yeah,
pro
stuff-
guys showed
stuff
up,
like
then
that.
more of the regular Joes would have showed up too.
Yeah,
It goes
and
hand in
I mean
hand.
there was a handful of the pros that typically would have been there if they weren't flying to
Yeah,
Spain or whatever that
Yeah.
Sunday.
that Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's yeah, I don't. And what world is next year? There isn't
the
one. Is
Thornhill,
I'm
Nitro
looking
World.
it up right
They're in
now.
October.
Nitro
something, though.
Worlds, Thornhill in September.
September.
okay? So that
Shouldn't
one
affect.
shouldn't affect us. So
Yeah.
we should be in the clear
So,
now for next year.
well,
So maybe
when
next
it
year.
Depends on when Nats are though.
so wait, hold on. So E-Buggy Worlds is August 27th through the 31st.
That already happened.
Next year.
They
next
have it
year.
every year. I thought. It
Oh,
should be
sorry,
every
that's
other.
25. Oops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at 25. My
Been
bad.
there, done that.
I was gonna say that was.
So there shouldn't be
Sorry.
any E-Buggy Worlds next
Right.
year.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
Nitro, the big
Yeah.
deal.
But if that's in September, so we're clear of that. And then Fuel Nats is usually in June, or they do it whenever now.
I'm not sure. June sounds about
So-
right. I don't know if they're sticking to that or not.
Usually. Well, I guess they did. Fuel Nats in like March or something this year, didn't they?
So yeah, Worlds at
I-
Thornhill is September 26th.
Well, yeah, September 26th. I don't know. Generally, Fuel Nats was like June, and then E-Nats was July. I know they combined them now, and I guess they didn't release the tracks yet for that stuff, did they?
I don't think.
I'm looking on the Roar website right
On
now.
the subject of Worlds, while Mike's looking that up, what do you guys think about Tater Sontag, the current 10th scale Worlds defending champion, not going to Australia for the new 10th scale Worlds?
What was his reasoning? Was it a money thing or?
I don't know if we heard a reason.
Sorry, what Lefty was talking about it on his last one, I think, or the one before. But
Cavallari
Yeah.
had a reason, which was a money thing.
yeah,
Uh,
I know a bunch of
but I
people
don't-
had a money thing.
I don't think anyone said a reason for Sontag to not
I'm
go.
kind of surprised that they have money reasons when typically at the level they're at, they're not paying to get in.
Well, that's the thing is their sponsors aren't willing to front the
Oh,
bill to send them to Australia.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
10
mean,
scale.
TLR's kind of fallen off a little bit with their whole race program stuff, so maybe they just don't give a shit. To
No,
send them.
Tater's X-ray
Sontag's
now.
with X-Ray, yeah,
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
and they have
Same.
like 40 people going.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, but 40 people that are like 40 of the fastest guys, or 40 people where 2 or 3 of them do it for a living, and the rest are going because they have a chance to stay in
Dakota's
Jersey.
There's a lot
going.
of fast guys like Bruno Coelho,
Oh yeah,
Chase Lemieux,
David
Okay.
Runafalk,
Fend,
Okay.
Davey
Well,
Bada.
Runafalk.
Like,
fair
there's a
enough.
lot of people that could be in it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking, because I know, there's some people that'll go that maybe didn't even qualify,
Wait.
but there's an opening and they know somebody and it gets them there, and they can go say they drove in Worlds.
I thought Bruno dropped X-Ray.
Oh, I could be wrong. Maybe not Bruno.
Unless
but,
he still runs
there's-
X-Ray on 10 scale, but I thought he switched up to one of the other A scales.
You could be right. I don't follow him
I'm
close
like
enough.
80% sure. I could be
Sure.
wrong. Could be wrong. And he might still run X-Ray on the 10 scales, but I think he went to
Maybe.
not Techno or not Associated, but one of the. I don't. Maybe it's S-Works. I don't think it's S-Works though. But anyways.
Do you want me to try and look it up or no?
Yeah, because now I'm
It's
just
not a big deal.
curious. I'm just curious now. One of the like the newer brands, one of the European things.
Oh wait,
He
Here, what
runs
is it?
Infinity is the big thing. So let me see.
Well, yeah, that's A scale, right?
I know they do on-road stuff.
Yeah, I think they do A scale too, off road. Anywho's.
In the meantime, I was looking that up. I just want to take the moment. I didn't get to say it on the last one. You guys coming around and being part of the group now and doing this kind of stuff, you guys are all but 100% of the reason why I feel more invested into doing these things
Good.
this year.
Well,
I
thank
enjoy
you.
hanging out with you guys and having it was me and Zach there in that 6-pack there for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Zach. He's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
But like having some new blood and having a full 6-pack again, and getting to hang out with you guys and doing the things you do and doing the things we do, I really appreciate it. And I'm solely giving you guys the reason to bring back some of my want, will, and ambition in RC racing.
I'm glad to see
Well,
it.
That Cody, next year I will not forget to invite you to play golf.
Also that, come on, man. You're gonna.
That is totally my fault.
I was, I
Pretty
was
whack.
debating whether or not I should exclude you from that because you don't invite me to play golf. But
I'll see myself out. Later.
So I couldn't find the Bruno thing. I just gave up
Okay,
after
that's
about
fine.
3
Yeah.
seconds.
Let us know in the comments if
Uh,
you know.
But
So for the listeners too, when we're talking about me hitting you back over to the track and Cody walking over to clean his car, the first thing he says was, "You didn't invite me."
I said if you would have let me know, I definitely would have came.
Yeah.
did you guys see that the Adrenaline Invitational is now sold out?
I did, and
Oh,
this is their
that.
first time ever
That's
being
cool.
sold out.
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
awesome.
Good for them.
And this is what makes me think. So obviously we see this influx of entries at LCRC this year, right? The WO at WO we've experienced an influx of entries compared to our past 2 years. Now Adrenaline's selling out for their invitational. I don't know how the rest of their year's been, but selling out for their invitational for the first time. So point being, I think the hobby is in a really good spot right now where either we have more racers or the racers we had are becoming more diehard and starting to travel more. You know what I mean? Either way, I think that's a good thing. But
Right.
what do you guys think?
I think people are starting to recover from past events, like 2020 to now.
Yeah.
But I also think that the hobby needs to stop going up in price
Oh well, yeah, I agree.
for everything. I mean, it's not just the stuff that we buy to do RC,
Yeah.
but it's the travel costs are going up, and it hurts.
Yeah. Well, the tariffs are putting a hurting on cars and parts and all that.
Yeah.
All that jazz, and I mean, gas prices are gas prices. I feel like they've been pretty normal over the past years. Well, not normal, but
They're
You know,
normal because
they
we've
are-
seen the same thing
yeah,
for 4
they
years.
haven't been
it's
going like drastically up or down.
Yeah.
They've been staying steady.
Yeah,
is
they've
my
been-
point.
yeah,
They're still high. You know,
yeah.
gas
Like,
is
I
still
haven't-
high.
like I haven't paid under $4 for premium since I bought my car in 2021. So
At yesterday at the intersection for 99 and 76 at the Sheets there, it was 276 with my Sheets card for E88.
Nice.
And I filled up for. I had to click it extra to get $30 worth in my tank in my Volkswagen, which is
That's
only
cool.
11 gallons or something, but still, that was very cool.
I'll trade you.
No,
Yeah.
and that I still believe roof rack is the thing on a car rather than having a truck. Because still got, what do we get, Mike? 26 or something round trip?
I think
Average?
21. I think 21
Was
with
it
the
down
roof
to
rack.
21? Okay.
Yeah,
Still.
he got like 6 or 7 less.
What do you get, Taylor, in your truck?
So I put new tires on it, and now I'm up to 14 and a half on the highway.
Still winning. Speaking of traveling, so now I'm full OGO. Okay, I got to try out the rig, the big one, the one that's bigger than the 98 and the corners.
The new one, yeah.
The new one. So I tried that out yesterday. So I had 2 OGOs, a setup board, and 2 cars. That's all I had. And in a Volkswagen GTI, so you put the big one on the bottom and then the 98 on top, and they fill up the hatch perfectly. So then I could just set my cars on the back seat, and OGO's the way to go. I'm officially sold, and I still don't even have it. I still have room to gain because I need to get like the ProTech bag or the Flashpoint bags, put my shock oils in and stuff. But I have from my Bauer pack out kit, the one box, the big hard case. It's 2 feet by 18 inches. It has my soldering iron, my oils, and some other paraphernalia. That conveniently fit inside the OGO. So I set that down, and then a Plano on top, and then my goggles case with my radio and my charger. So I still have a whole pack out section inside the OGO. And all my parts, everything. 2 OGOs, one for tires, one for everything else. Done. Everyone should do it.
Yeah, I love my OGOs. I have one. That's my travel OGO.
Yep.
Like flying stuff like that. These are all my liquor bottle things. So like they all have those soft cases in them.
Uh-huh.
So like whenever I travel, because when you go to different states, they have different liquor control and stuff like that. So if I go to a state that's really good on bourbon, I take a handful of those soft things along and pack them in my bag with me so I can ship bottles back.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
I'm debating
I
if I
save
want to
them.
take 3 OGOs now to the track
If I ran drug, yeah, I'd have to have another OGO.
because I'll
See,
do.
I run one OGO when I go racing.
Yeah.
It has all my stuff in it, minus tires. Tires I just put in a box.
So I do 1 OGO of all my tires right now and 1 OGO of all my setup stuff, and then I bring my toolbox stuff.
Which I want to reiterate when I talked to Kevin and I was asking him for OGO tips on how to, organize. He said very clearly he wouldn't waste a 9800 on tires. He would just get a duffel bag or a box or a tote like me and you've been running, Taylor. Which I still think the tote's a good move. But
Yeah, the black plastic totes.
yeah, like just a big
Yeah.
storage box.
Yep.
But for
Yeah.
me, with the amount of tires I have running the 2 cars, everything fits very nice in the OGO, and then in the pockets on top, I can put my the 46RC wheel scuffer and my zip kicker and brake clean and some towels for gluing tires, and then in the pocket of the top bit, I can put all my new tires that still need glued, all that backup shit, and it just everything just fits nice and organized, and I love it. I love it. I'm so my storage situation is so good right now. And I still have 2 more Planos. I ordered 3 from LCRC and they came in Friday, and I only used 1 so far. And I'm so excited to just play around with the storage. I'm like geeking out over it just thinking about it.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's Ty Tesman. Like years ago, he made a pack my OGOs video.
Mhm.
It's a really good video because he does air travel, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So how to keep them under 50 pounds but still bring everything, right?
Mhm.
I think Rivkin has one too, even.
He might. I just remember seeing the Thai one from years ago.
For sure. I do remember watching that one too. He had a pretty cool little RC room too that he did all this stuff. He literally had a
Yeah.
hobby shop for all the Well, he's running hot bodies at the time. I think he literally had like a
I think
hobby
so.
of stock of hobby wing just hanging on the wall. It's like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I did decide I'm not worried about going over 50 pounds because A, I don't know if I'll ever have to fly to an event, and B, if I do, it'll be that one time. I'll just pay the extra money.
Well, you also, I mean, depending on where you're flying to, you might also just ship
Yeah, just ship it UPS
stuff.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and then your bag you can actually put, because usually you carry on your car and your radio.
Right. Car.
That
Yeah.
way, if you get
Car,
to the
radio,
event, you at
batteries.
least have a car and a radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at that point, if you're flying somewhere, you're most likely shipping your tires. You're most likely shipping other various things that, like, if it did get lost, it's not going to ruin your weekend.
Yeah.
Type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then everything else that you don't want to lose usually comes with you.
Yeah, that and your carry-on too. You'll have like your most of the time you can bring your radio case, like your ProTech radio case or whatever.
Yeah.
You have all
Yeah.
your batteries and everything
Yeah.
inside
You
of it.
aren't allowed
You
to
have to
check
bring
the
those on with.
batteries.
Yeah.
And then you aren't
So
allowed to
I know,
carry
like-
on tools. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Joe could probably touch on this in the future, but I'm pretty sure that's what he did too. Batteries in the
Toby-
ProTech case, and
Toby has a good article on his
Yeah.
blog, on the 46RC blog, about flying to events. I read. And I think Lutz does too, and I'm sure Joe. I probably every single one of the top level guys have their own.
bless you. We can't hear you, but
It looks like you're
Good,
we know you're
because
sneezing.
I was gonna hit the mute, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do it in time. Oh no.
Well, we didn't hear it, but we could see you sneezing.
Ah,
It looked painful.
yeah.
Well, I think
Bless you
it's,
again.
I think it's a good time to.
That's
drop,
enough.
I think it's a good time to drop our commercial. So
Yes.
big, huge shout out ACS, because they donated a whole bunch to the cancer race. They donated TLR kit, a Veloci Sprint, like 11 or 12 SR27s, and
Yeah, like
I
10
got-
SR27s
I got one
and
somewhere.
3
I won,
mini Zs. Yeah.
just
crazy.
so much stuff. So huge shout out to Tony and Colleen for everything they do for the hobby, for us, for everyone. So I'm gonna click their commercial and we'll take a little break and be right back.
So, how do you hobby? At ACS Hobbies, we've got everything to fuel your passion and spark your creativity. Whether you're into RC cars, model trains, boats, or planes, we have a huge selection of kits, parts, and accessories. Need paints or tools? We've got you covered. Test your skills on our RC crawler course or race on our oval track. There's always something fun to do. Plus, discover an awesome range of games for all ages. ACS Hobbies is your ultimate destination for hobby enthusiasts. Visit us today and start building your next adventure.
And we're back. We're back. So Taylor, we talked about some things. Mike, we talked about some things on the Discord we wanted to debate / go over. What was it? I know practice was one of the things on the stuffs. So would either you two like to lead us off on that?
Mike, you got the practice
Sure.
thing.
Yeah. So there, I know with I can't speak. So different events throughout the year at LCRC brought different schedules, right? One of them being Mugen being different than all of them. To where at Mugen, the big difference is there was scheduled practice throughout Thursday, Friday,
Yes.
where there was set times where certain classes can be on the track throughout the day.
Correct.
Thursday was one practice, and then Friday was 2. Am I right?
Yeah, because the Drake Clinic took up till 2
That's-
o'clock
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, something like that. But so I mean, you had to have your wristband and get on the track, so on and so forth, and you had 3 or 4 hours of practice depending on how many entries there were for that class. You got more time, more entries, more time. Versus two, but I'm kind of gonna group them. like open practice, but Alex, you said something about controlled practice, but open practice and controlled practice, I'm going to loop them into the same just because all the events at LCRC this year, there's been too many people to have a true open practice.
Right.
Meaning, you say you go up on the stand with your nitro car and you run 5 tanks through it. You're on the stand for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's open.
That's open. Versus controlled practice where everyone gets 5 minutes, new group, 5 minutes, new group, so on and so forth throughout the day.
Maybe call it policed open.
Yeah, I mean that's controlled practice. That's what controlled practice is called. Like it's basically whatever. And then there's another way to where
you go by class.
It happened. Yeah, you go by heat. So like Nitro Challenge, for example, they make the heats and you practice in your heats. And I think Fuel Nats and stuff and ENATs I think does that too. Or actually it's all nationals. So all these different formats of practice. I mean personally, I really liked the Mugen layout.
Mm-hmm.
Like I liked seeing a schedule going into the event, knowing Thursday 1 to 4 o'clock or 1 to 4:30, I am practicing. After 4:30, I'm done for the day. And that's awesome. That's cool. Like I can plan my evening, do whatever I need to do for the next day, right? I personally really like that. And then come on Friday, you have a morning and you have an afternoon practice. You get morning track, afternoon track. So you get 2 different scenarios, 2 different tracks, and you do your thing. I honestly felt as if I got more track time during that than I did at open practice. And part of it's a mentality thing. So where when it's open practice throughout the all day or controlled practice, it practices from 12 to 7. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna run. Okay, practice is until 7. I'm gonna go do something, right? Or I'm gonna work on my car. Or I'm gonna help all these people and do whatever. The next thing I know, it's 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like the Mugen thing. It really helped me in like my organization that I'd like to do because for 4 hours I'm like, nope, I'm doing my thing. Sorry, after I'm done, I'll help you. Not in a mean way or anything, but
right. No, this is your time to get laps. You're gonna spend it getting laps.
Exactly. Yeah, and I really like that.
I think
I know we talked to Kevin and Krista that Sunday, Monday, or whatever, and I told them how nice it was. I liked it. I mean, granted, people are gonna have their own opinions, and I hope you guys share yours too. But I would like to see that format at more events at LCRC next year.
I think it's also worth noting when you talk about how it's easier to plan for the people that can't take Thursday off but might live relatively close or can half day Thursday. Like now they have a timetable that says, okay, I have the ability to practice on Thursday from 5 to 7 because of my work schedule or the things in my life. I can't get there till 6 o'clock. Okay, so that's fine. I'm still going to come on Thursday, but I'm not going to worry about practicing, or I'm going to make sure I have my cars ready. So as soon as I get there, I'm not even going to set up my table. My battery's going to be in my car with green reflexes on. I'm going to go practice. Or, okay, well, I know I'm not going to be able to practice tonight anyway, so I'm just going to go chill. Compared to a normal Thursday or a normal Friday where it's, I got to try and get laps. And you don't know how many people are going to be waiting in line. Because everyone else might be, we got a half an hour left to practice on Thursday. Now the line's 30 people long, and you're fucked. Especially if you just got there. So I think it works out lots of ways.
I don't want to cut you off, but you did just mention the lines. Yeah, I cut them off. But you did just mention the lines. During the scheduled practice, I never waited more than 5 to 8 minutes, I'd say, because it was like the line at its worst was on Friday, and it went down to it looped around from like the ramp to the end of the driver's stand and maybe a little past towards 46 RC was the longest it was.
Yeah, I don't think it ever really got past Toby's booth.
No,
I think it's the intermediate classes too.
Yeah, which was our biggest entries.
Yeah, it was the intermediate and 40 plus.
Yeah,
it was like during that time frame.
That was the longest one too.
Correct. Yeah, but on Thursday, it was like you could almost walk right onto the back of the driver's stand.
Yeah, Thursday
Mhm.
was surprisingly not having to
Mhm.
police it.
Yeah, you can run, go down Marshall, come back up, and be next in line.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, and honestly, from my standpoint, or Burns or Davey, whoever's standing up there, like I tell them, if there's less than 4 or 5 people on the back of the stand, let them figure it out. It's not worth going up there and saying, "All right, we're gonna switch in 5 minutes," just for in 5 minutes only 4 or 5 people be on the track. No, because
Yeah.
eventually
So
that battery's gonna die, or that person's gonna have enough time with their nitro.
Yeah, that, and I really liked how you monitored that, because once people got to like the 8-minute mark or so, you said, "Hey, make this your last lap, pull off."
Yeah,
And you cycled people through.
yeah,
I like
You
that,
didn't
yeah,
let
that
yeah,
helps.
you didn't let people get to the 10-minute mark, which was nice.
yeah.
So
Probably
I mean,
save some people some batteries as well.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that too. And I mean, that's what I told Alex. Like those times where I'm up on the stand, I was like, "Hey, don't let me go longer than 9 minutes." You know,
right. Because
or
it doesn't
whatever,
count your
or-
first lap, where you like your first
Yeah.
like 2 laps. It really doesn't even count because you make a whole
Yeah.
lap and then you check in, and then like your first lap or the lap after's time. But
Yeah, and then Alex, say over the mic, make this your last lap, or tap me on the shoulder, saying bring it in, whatever.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, Cody, what do you think?
I like the scheduled stuff. If I'm off, I like the scheduled stuff. Just because I'm not one to go track rat all day to begin with. So if I have the times that I'm going to be running my 2 cars, then I'm good, because if I have those 2 to 3 or 4 hour windows, I'm probably running the buggy twice and my truck once.
mm-hmm.
And then I know I'm done. I'll go get them cleaned up and move on to the rest of my evening.
Yeah.
I know the biggest, I'm assuming them deciding when they should do the scheduled stuff or just running a regular controlled would be based on turnout, because like the cancer race line, I don't think ever got that long
No, it
I
throughout
thought
didn't.
it
all
did on
Thursday
Friday.
and Friday. You thought it did on Friday?
Yeah.
Maybe I missed that. Well, I mean, I guess yeah, it was long enough that I was willing to drive in the booth.
Yes. Yeah.
That's actually a very
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, you
Yeah.
drove in the booth. Alex drove in the booth.
I got a good picture of that.
Davey.
Oh, did you?
Of me
There's
driving.
a picture of there's a picture
Yeah.
of Alex driving in the booth from somewhere.
Yeah, Smoji took a picture of
Um,
me while I was in the booth. I'll pull it up here.
Yeah. So yeah, like I mean, Friday at every event with open practice or controlled practice, it almost
Maybe
always gets down to the stairs at least. Down the
yeah,
ramp to the stairs.
yeah. Maybe like okay, so let's say we do the scheduled stuff for Mugen and Cancer
Mhm.
all weekend. Maybe some of the other ones, maybe Thursday is just controlled and then Friday's scheduled.
Okay.
Because some of them other races don't pull as much
Yeah.
as those 2 races do. So, I mean, Thursdays I feel like aren't as necessary.
I think you have
I
to plan
agree.
ahead of time for it, though,
Yeah.
to be fair for
Also,
everyone.
with the scheduled thing for like when the days that when I can't take off before the weekend, like the AM PM thing, like if I think it was E truck was in the morning, nitro truck was in the afternoon. I couldn't run my E truck because I took a half day on that Friday.
Yeah.
Stuff which I know technically would be different compared with this scheduling, but like if I can only take a half day, but this is for the people that don't live 8 minutes from the track once they're home from work. If I take a half day and then I got to drive 2 or 3 hours here, and I missed my scheduled window, and now I have to do latecomers because my scheduled window ended at 4 o'clock and I got there at 5, and practice runs till 8. That's
So
where it kind of
I get that.
yeah, and I see where you're coming from, and that did happen to what was it? I think it may have been. It was me one race to where we didn't get there until like Friday afternoon or something.
Oh, that was
To
earlier in
where,
the season, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you got
to
there at
where
like
I
5 o'clock. And it
yeah,
was
so I had a
busy.
decision to where
Yeah.
I knew I was getting there at 5. It's open practice. Do I try to rush to get my stuff out and set up and practice for, an hour and a half or less? Or do I just wait till latecomers in the morning and have a solid with like 8 people on the track
Yeah.
and just do latecomers in the morning?
Yeah.
Latecomers is pretty good, I feel like sometimes.
It is.
You get a lot of track time there. And you get to run on the same conditions with like warmed up type feeling going straight into qualifiers. So it's got its
That's fair.
advantages.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for me, I'm not waking up that early on a Saturday when I know how long the day is going to be.
I did latecomers for Mugen, and I was like
Yeah.
on the track at like 5:08 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. I just won't practice.
Yeah.
I'll show up and throw down in Q1.
The
So
the the latecomers is annoying just being up that early to have to monitor it, but it's also funny when I meet with Kevin in the morning because we're both like just woke up 5 minutes ago. And we're, good morning.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
to
gonna say also
Taylor.
Yes.
what the activities were.
Sorry, Cody, go ahead.
No, it was more so for Alex before he got up, but I was going to say it also depends on what extracurricular activities happen Friday or Saturday night when you have to get up that early.
Fair enough. See, like with Alex, it just never stops. So it's not really an extracurricular activity when it's all week. uh, so say, Taylor, what are your thoughts on the different types of practice? What do you prefer?
I'm so easygoing. But just whatever the track wants to run.
So you're
I
just
like
gonna you just sit there and
Yeah.
smile. Yeah.
It's going to be a good time.
Out of the weekends that it's like 110 degrees, you're just dead
Oh,
in your
yeah.
chair.
There was that one time I remember you looked over at me and you're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No."
Oh, yeah,
you,
I remember that. You were
yeah.
like, you were just helping everyone. I think you were helping me pit even that day. And
Yeah.
you pitted me for one of my mains or something.
I think I had
And
like 4 back to back and watering also in there.
yeah,
Like I would set somebody down, go walk around to the pit table, pick them up, walk around, set them down, go pit somebody, and then it was like time to water after that. And I was like, I'm dead.
yeah. Because I remember asking him like, do you want me to get water this time? Like you look drained. And you're like,
Yeah.
no, I got it. I'm like, are you sure? Because I'll just go water. It's not like I haven't done it.
Yeah. I appreciate the offer.
One of these days, Taylor's gonna say no, go over, pick up the hose, drag it out, and just flat on his face. He'll be totally okay. Nothing will be wrong. He'll just be that tired.
I got a bed right here. Good night.
And I will be spraying him with the hose to wake him up. But
That probably would feel good at that point in time.
yeah.
Very clearly.
I wanted to bring up a funny thing I thought was funny. People might not find it funny. I find it funny. So, a Saturday, after qualifying Saturday, we all hung out on the driver's stand for a good while and indulged and did our thing. So, once we said our goodbyes, Davey and I went to go walk dog because the last thing Davey and I do before we go to sleep is we walk dog. And that's when Davey and I just kind of go over how we did, things we can do better, and do our own little powwow. So anyway, we're walking dog, and I'm a little torn up, and I'm telling Davey, I'm like, Davey, we're the fucking best race directors that sports ever seen, blah blah blah, like just going on and on and on. And Davey's just like, yeah, sure, kid, yep, mm-hmm. So anyway, fast forward to main day. Davey and I are in the booth. Davey's just riffing. He's just tearing it up on the mic, just killing it. And I got the mic there at my face. Davey's killing it. And he goes to me. He's like, "Yeah, what do you think, Alex?" And I just go, "Yep." And Davey shut off his mic, looked at me to shut off my mic. And he's like, "Yeah, you're right, Alex. We're the best in the business." And that's all you got? Yep. Really? Like,
I mean, Davey's not here, but the same can go to Davey when you're like, "Hey, who are you gonna pick to win this race?"
Every
I
time.
don't know.
Every time.
I don't know.
He's gonna say one time. I just want
pick someone.
a little banter. You got 13 to pick from. Just pick a number. I'm not gonna ask why. Yeah, I thought that was
We want to move on to other hot takes.
Yeah. Do you want to? You said about keyboard warriors. I want to hear about that.
Oh,
You got something
so
about that?
I got one. I didn't dig up anything else.
Okay.
Good enough in my searching. Also, I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been on my phone as much.
Yeah.
So this weekend, we know, is the Georgia State Classic race. And was it either Thursday or Friday? They had most of the top racers being Lutz, Mayfield, Setzer,
They had a clinic.
B Rose. They all
Yeah.
put on separate clinics with about 5 different people.
Very cool. Yeah.
And Elite RC also did a really cool recap video showing that,
Okay.
which I really like seeing that stuff. The short little, reels that are 30 seconds long. So just long enough to keep my attention, but not long enough where I start losing it due to ADD and everything else that I just can't stay focused with. So it's great. I love that short little clip.
Right.
And let me go to my screenshot. That's not it. Mr. Jim Moon comments on this reel and says, "This should be a free clinic!" Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Bad enough, which is misspelled with ENUFF.
Nailed it.
Sorry, Jim, but that's not how you spell enough. The hobby is $, $, $, $, $, $, ... And everyone crying about how this RC racing is ... going. I think he must have mistyped it again there.
Fat thumb.
To progress with tracks also closing down. The first reply to that would be from Lance McDonald himself.
Oh boy.
Why do you work for free? But we can go down with some of the other replies, but I thought we could dive into that, and Mr. Jim Moon could claim that is the keyboard warrior comment of the week from us, and that was very dumb.
So,
That's a clip.
How
That's a
much
clip.
was the clinic?
I didn't even see where to sign up or how much it cost or anything like that. Did you guys see any?
What's like the going rate for the Drake clinic?
I think it's
$50.
50 or- yeah, 50
Oh!
bucks.
Dude, I'll gladly pay $50
So-
to get 8 hours of practice with Adam Drake. Like the fuck.
Yeah, $50,
Well,
and you
Did they
get.
get to drive though? Did they get to drive during their clinic there though?
It looked like it from the reels.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious. I didn't know if it was just the guys.
It
going
showed
over stuff.
clips of like the amateurs with like Mayfield on the deck and
Okay.
stuff. So
Okay. Fair enough.
yeah, and then it showed lots look like setting up somebody's suspension or ride height. So they're definitely helping them with their own vehicles, and it looked like they were driving from the reel at least.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth its money for sure
And
to get that experience.
And to think about it from, no one's getting rich. These top pros, they aren't rich. We're not talking. They aren't Ross Chastain or Kyle Larson or whoever in any pro racing industry.
I don't know who any of them guys
They're
are.
NASCAR drivers. But regardless, they aren't Lewis Hamilton. They aren't Hayden Deegan. Hamilton. They're not making $1 million doing this. Yes, they're making a living. Yes, they're doing fine. I don't know what the measure of fine is, but they got to make money, and this helps them make money to keep traveling to events and keep being that pro class and keep having that whole pro thing that's the only thing that makes this hobby worth watching over the internet, And so if they got to charge 50-ish bucks to give you 8 hours of their tips and tricks, you're supporting the whole hobby. let alone making yourself faster, in my opinion.
Yeah. These people have families, mortgages, things like that to support.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Also, our work week is through the week. Their work week is all the weekends that they go racing,
Mm-hmm.
or
Very
even
true.
I mean even throughout the week when they got to travel
And they're
and
practicing
get away
throughout
from
the week. They're
families.
on the
They're
bench throughout the week.
practicing.
Yeah.
They're working on their cars. Like all the things that a lot of the hobbyists see is like that's the fun part. It's like, well, no, that's literally what they have to do for a living.
Yeah.
we can do this from somebody else's perspective. So, Mike, what is it you do for work if you want to divulge that to the public?
I'm a project manager for telecommunications.
So, if some random person on a weekend came up to you and said that they have some sort of telecommunications, project going on, are you just gonna spend 3, 4, 5 hours worth of your time to help them with that project for some random stranger?
No.
There you go. Why should it be any different?
I'm
With
certainly
RC.
not, I'm not going to go work on any piece of equipment for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the equipment never runs after you work on it, Alex.
This is true.
I'm kidding.
Not
See, the job security, Taylor. Job security.
They
That's
They
what
keep
that's
calling them
called.
back.
They just keep fucking paying me. I don't know.
Yeah.
also, a lot of them guys, they're also normal people just like us. Like I know a lot of them guys, a lot of people when they see them, they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's Adam Drake. Oh, that's Ryan Mayfield."
Alex.
And then they get, and then they go try to ask them and talk about RC cars the whole time, and this and that, which it's their job to answer politely and give the answers to your questions and this and that. But if you really want to get to know them
Yeah.
or have them see you differently than just fanboying them, they also like to have conversations about things outside of RC.
Yeah, they like sports. They like music.
Yeah.
You know, they
They
like
a lot of them like motocross and
long walks
supercross.
on the beach. Fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. So like even like when I talk to some of them guys when they do come to Kevin's and stuff like that, I try to make it a point to talk to them about things that aren't RC.
Mhm.
Just
Lux and I
to
hardly talk about RC most of the time.
yeah, so, stuff like that. Like I also don't want to talk about work in the evenings.
Mhm.
You know, and there's a point in time there's a point even during the weekend where they're also like, okay, I'm done RC for today. And then, they want to go chillax and shoot the shit and talk about the other things going on, not necessarily the RC stuff that's going
Being
And-
fortunate to pit next to some of the top guys like that, it's really impressive to me when those guys will get the random people that walk up to them. They ask the same question over and over and over.
What
And
order
they
are you running your
still
shocks?
keep their composure and answer it very kindly and nicely.
on. But like, but by all
That's only
means,
for
though,
Joey
like,
Bourdon, though. He gets, what oil you running?
We
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah,
asked him in a
see,
while.
there's a limit to it. Like, there's times where like I might be struggling. Like there was when I went to Fuel Nats in Indiana, I was struggling with my shocks and trying to get my car to settle. So at that point, I went and asked Ryan. I'm like, what can I do? Shock wise, car wise, like what can I do to help get me over this rough stuff? Because usually driving an LCRC, you're not used to rough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty smooth. And this is the
You ca-
first time I've ever had to deal with anything super rough. So yeah, like there is times that you definitely like if you have a question, go ask them. Because there's never a better time to ask somebody about what's going on than the guys that get paid to do it because they know what's going on.
Mhm.
So like there's definitely those times, but I'm more so speaking of the later in the day or if you're trying, like some of the people that like to just stand around their table while they're working on stuff and constantly just asking out of off the wall RC questions. Like if you're just trying to have a conversation with them, it doesn't have to be about RC stuff.
Yeah.
Like you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, by all means, like if you do have a question for setup and this and that, by all means, yeah, go ask them guys. That's their job, you know, for 8 to 10 hours of that day to, you know, respond to you and give you the answers that you're trying to look for at least.
A lot of these top pro guys too that we're talking about also are very nice people. Like
Yeah.
not just super talented RC racers, but
Right.
they're interesting, super nice, down to earth people.
Mhm.
And if you just get to know them, they're pretty cool.
For sure.
Cody, are you referencing State Line Fuel Nets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that. That was
Yeah.
an
Dude,
experience.
yeah, that track was pretty gnarly, especially that staircase double in the middle.
The
That
Dragon's
thing,
Back thing?
yeah, that ate me alive. Uh, but yeah, that was. I mean, trains can get pretty rough from time to time, but it wasn't like State Line was pothole, footprint, blown out, rough. It wasn't
I
just, you
remember,
know.
I remember like the spine going to the back left towards the straight, and there was a crater that was literally the
Mhm.
size of Truggy that you had to drive
Mhm.
through.
Yeah, even that one little double before the spine, there was a crater the size of our cars on the face of
Yeah.
the jump.
Yep.
It was something that I've never experienced before in my life. So at that point, I was like, I need to go ask somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
what
definitely
can I
probably the
do?
hardest track. That was probably the hardest track I've ever raced on.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else did we have in store?
So Taylor, I'm gonna steal this one from your list because I think we have 4 people that have really good input on this. So throughout the weekend, it doesn't have to just be at LCRC, it could be at any race. In your opinion, what is the best thing to eat while at the track?
Harry's bacon cheeseburgers
I love Harry's breakfast sandwiches.
and breakfast
Yeah,
sandwiches.
Harry's. Yeah, the sausage, egg, and cheese that slaps in the morning, especially as hungover as I am usually coming into the race weekend.
Yes. Very,
I would
very,
have to
very agreed
agree.
and a very relatable.
Yeah.
I don't understand how
The-
they're so hot. You know?
I don't know,
They're on
but
a
those things
griddle,
are always
like, right off the
nuclear.
griddle.
Well, yeah, but like they stay hot forever. Like you gotta
Yeah.
wait until the
Yeah.
cheese almost melts off of them to start eating them. But they're always
Yeah.
delicious. They're always so good. But they're magma for a minute, and when they're not magma, they're delicious.
Yeah, the sausage, egg, and cheese from Harry's, hands down, best breakfast. And
Bacon
mainly
cheeseburger's
because
a quick fix for lunch.
yeah.
I feel like
And
even
then
at LCRC, we're pretty lucky because we have quite a few options.
There is,
like
especially-
nearby.
Are
really-
we just
we
are we
really
just
do.
talking? Are we just all saying what we like to eat when we're there, or
Yeah.
like?
so it
Okay.
could be any race. It doesn't have to be LCRC.
How about
Granted,
any
you pretty much
track?
only race at LCRC.
Any
but
track, RC
Yeah.
track at least.
Yeah, but what
food-wise.
other RC tracks?
Are
have
we
food
talking like
to that
Richfield.
extent?
Richfield
Yeah.
has an amazing
Yeah.
kitchen.
I heard-
Yeah, I mean, but they have like the concession stand kind of stuff,
well,
which
yeah.
by no means
Yeah.
is it bad. Like I've also eaten there a handful of times, and yeah, it's pretty good for concession food
Well,
stuff. But
this is the debate. Are we
Yeah.
talking the food you can get at the restaurants nearby, or the food that is sold on site?
Both. It could be either whatever.
Those are two
whatever
different
Whatever makes
discussions.
whatever makes your race weekend a race weekend.
We're
Same.
like in 4 different discussions here. So let's
okay,
roll
so
it back.
I got it. I got this for
Okay.
a weekend at LCRC. Saturday morning. So every Saturday morning, Zach and I meet at Bread of Life for breakfast.
Nice.
Delicious.
Usually, depending on what time qualifying starts, it's anywhere from 6 to 6:45 usually. So we always go to Bread of Life in the morning, and then I personally enjoy when they do have food trucks come Saturdays, especially like Mission Pizza. I
Mhm.
love their chicken bacon ranch pizza. And I also just got introduced to their Chick-fil-A chicken pizza.
That one's really good.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's really good.
Remind
Yeah,
me.
it's very
sounds
good.
good.
Hunter-
The
yeah,
sauce
Hunter
is
got
all
one
Chick-fil-A
cheap
sauce.
Yeah, so that was very good. Obviously, I usually end up with a Harry burger in the middle of the day at some point,
Yeah.
or two, depending on how I'm feeling. Cube I do is actually very good. His barbecue sauces are very good, especially
Yes.
on his wings. Or I had the hot ham and cheese sandwich when he was there Friday night for the cancer race, and he put some of the barbecue sauce on that. That was very good. But yeah, a typical perfect weekend would be bread of life in the morning. I get my bacon, egg, and cheese omelet, and then I get the Harry burger once or twice in the afternoon, and then finish it off with a Mission Pizza chicken bacon ranch, typically, until I found the Chick-fil-A.
How about Sparky's?
Oh yeah, Sparky's is very good when they do show up.
Yeah.
The the I think I get burritos.
Their tacos and their mini donuts are amazing.
Yeah, the mini donuts are very good. Um, we tried to have them at our wedding actually, and they weren't able to make it. So we ended up with there's another mini donut place in the county that travels to like different parking lots and stuff throughout the weekends called Sinister Donuts. So like at our wedding, our dessert was Sinister Donuts. Like they pulled up in a food truck and served mini donuts for the night.
Why can't we get them at a race weekend too?
Probably could. Chris is always looking for new people, so I could send her them and there's another barbecue place called Weave and Steve. I don't want to step on Cubadu's toes or
Yeah.
anything. So like if he's not able to make it, then Weave and Steve I think would be another good option to keep on the burner.
What was the other barbecue place that was there that had the nachos? Like the pulled pork nachos.
Yeah, that was they actually have a restaurant here. It's sorry, I can't remember the name of it. It's
Is it
they're like a small time restaurant here, right in Mifflintown. Like if you get to the light in Mifflintown before Sheets, if you turn right, their place is up above Fox's there.
okay?
Fox's Pizza. Um, I can't for the life of me remember their name right now. But yeah, they're usually pretty good too.
Because like I only remember them being there. Granted, I only had it once, but I only remember
Mhm.
them being there once, and
Yeah.
their nachos were fantastic.
hmm Yeah, they set up at the fair usually too, I think. They may not have this year, but I believe they've been at the fair a couple times too, like during Tuscarora 50 and stuff. Um, Also, if you Gridiron's very good, a very good option. Gridiron or Fox's is a very good option. Fox is more so for pizza stuff. Gridiron more so for bar food, but they're both very good options too if you're at the track.
Where's Gridiron at?
It's in this down towards the square of Mifflintown. So like you go past the
Okay.
Sheets, you
Yeah.
go past 322, past the Econo Lodge, down in the town to the next light. When you get
Okay.
to that light, you can go straight through, and then you turn right before there's a walking bridge that goes across to the river. When you get to that walking bridge, you turn right, and their parking lot is out back there. But they're right there in the square of Mifflintown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like the VFW there too.
Yeah.
VFW is good. And they're still like cheap.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like they're not like all the price increases and this and that. Like I feel like they've all have almost not had that issue
Yeah.
because you can go in there and spend $30 and have a handful of beers and good to go.
Yeah, I feel like that's worth mentioning for I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are members of VFWs and it's not expensive to join VFWs, so you can if you're
Well,
a
yeah,
member of
it's
one,
a
you can go
matter
eat
of
there.
right. I was gonna say it's also a matter of if you're trying to be a member though, getting someone that signs you off to get a membership. So
Well, it's I know the Legion. If you're a member of the Legion, then you can go into other legions still, and I think it's the same way with
right,
VFWs. And veterans
probably
and if you
right.
were a
Yeah,
veteran and deployed, it's free. So
yeah. For you, yeah, it's you can get in there no problem. But like for me, I have to find a sponsor
yeah,
or would have to have a direct blood member that was part of the military.
yeah,
to be able to apply for it. I
Yep.
did have
Yeah.
one at one point, and I accidentally let it expire because the renewal was right when I moved into my new place, so all my mail wasn't coming here yet,
Mm,
and it ended up at my dad's, and I didn't get
you
it
got
until
lost in
after.
translation. Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother
I'll
tried.
say,
Oh,
I'll say there's a Legion not too far from here that we eat at pretty frequently throughout the year. We don't run out members there. They don't.
well, they have like
They
open.
welcome it.
Yeah, they have like open.
Yeah, they
nights, I know,
welcome us
for-
to come in and eat. Like they, I mean, they want our money to help pay.
Yeah.
But
Mifflintown has a Legion too. It's actually right down below VFW.
oh, okay.
I've never been. I've only ever been in there once, and we were selling like raffle tickets for the football team or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was back in high school, but yeah, there's a couple good sneaky places to eat at in Juniata County. They're dwindling down though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go to Bread of Life. I've never eaten there. I just hear it's
Oh
really good.
yeah, no, for sure,
It's really
definitely
good
for
breakfast.
breakfast. Yeah, like I mean, their lunch and supper is pretty good, but breakfast by far. Like I'm just a
Yeah.
breakfast guy too, just in general.
I like their
And
Texas
their
omelet.
breakfast is very good. Mm,
I'm a big omelet guy, so
Mhm.
getting one stuffed with meats and stuff.
yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
And again, super fair price there too. I mean, my
Mhm.
goodness.
Oh yeah, it's like me and Zach go, and we have a handful of coffee and our meals and stuff, and we go back and forth paying for it, and it's usually $25 or less.
For the both of you.
Just yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Even Harry yesterday, when I was talking to him, he was complimenting the Bread of Life and their breakfast.
Nice.
Oh yeah, he's in there. We say hi to him every morning. We walk in there on Saturday. He goes to Bread of Life before he comes to the track, and then he goes to the track and cooks breakfast for everybody. He's also just finishing when me and Zach show up, though. Usually.
Yeah.
So Taylor and Alex, we got to go there.
Man.
Cody.
I
Unfortunately,
had planned on it so many times, but I always end
hi-
up somehow getting wrapped up into either latecomer practice or track work or something like that early in the morning.
yeah,
I
the
couldn't
high
get to.
high entry counts have been a dampener on that.
Yeah.
So, shit, Mike's not coming to Halloween race.
Yeah, fuck him. We can go without him.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
we
invite.
can.
He doesn't invite you golfing. Why would we invite him to fucking breakfast?
Yeah, send me
Um,
pictures of you guys eating breakfast, and I'll send you pictures of me in Italy.
I'll be like feeding
Oh, okay.
Alex French toast by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I was thinking Halloween race would be perfect because it won't be as high of a turnout, so we're not starting as early. So like you
We're gonna
guys won't
jinx
be
ourselves, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Careful.
right.
500
Well,
or something.
regardless, I still won't be there Saturday. So,
But me and
yeah, I was
Taylor will
just thinking
fucking go.
it's-
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Wedding's not till 3:30, so I can still
You
come
can
for
still come for
breakfast.
breakfast. Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
Davey's
I
not
mean,
gonna listen to this,
technically-
is he?
Yeah. he'll
Can we
listen
just
to-
stick him in the booth? Just
Probably.
get Davey.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Put Burns in the booth. He doesn't know what breakfast is, anyways. We can.
Burns, we'll bring you back some French toast or
Yeah.
just regular toast.
I was gonna say
Half
depending
eat-
on
half
the
eat
turnout,
French
I might
toast.
be able to
Yeah.
run a first round.
Can I get one loaf of dry white toast?
Yeah, if the turnout's like a 218 or something, I could probably run a first round before I go to a wedding.
Yeah.
You should
There
do
you
that.
go.
Although my wife is in the wedding, so that means the kid will be with me.
That's fine. Alex will watch him while you're running.
Oh. Okay. Who heard about my kid watch during main day? Taylor,
No,
you
I
did.
didn't hear about this.
I did.
No.
So what was it? It would have been Expert E-Buggy last race of the day. Thomas Kaufman, was in the A, and he comes up and he has his boy Henry, right? And so Henry goes to stand at Thomas's feet in front of him on the stand, and all right, going live on the tone. Beep. We don't even get a lap in. Davey and I are in the booth, and I look over through the side window, and I just see Henry run off. And I'm like, so I come out of the booth, and I'm like, Thomas, do you want me to chase after your kid? And he's like, if you want. So, like, now I'm in an awkward spot because I don't know. Like, I know Thomas, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if the kid requires being chased after or how his containment skills are. And, you know, I don't just want to go chasing after a kid, but I'm like, I'm just going to make sure he doesn't just flat out run onto the road or something, you know, like have an adult with eyes on child. So I follow him down off the ramp, and then he's just there playing in the stones right off the ramp. And I'm just like, Henry, you want to go back on the stand with Daddy? No. Okay. And he's just like picking up stones, and then Krista walks over and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, babysitting, I guess." Like, "Is this Thomas's?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then all of a sudden, like the whole time, Henry's picking up stones, walking them up the ramp, and like sprinkling the gravel on the ramp. And I'm like, "Henry, can we not?" And he's like, and Krista's just like, "Henry, let's not do that." And he just like stops real quick, and he's like, "Sorry." I'm like, why does he fucking listen to me? So anyways, he walks back on the ramp, and then I like, you know, go in front of him, and I'm like, "All right, you are now corralled. You aren't allowed to leave the stand." And he's like, "Daddy?" And I'm like, "Go to Daddy." Okay. So he runs up to Thomas, just grabs him by the leg, and then he's like trying to see over the rail. I'm back in the booth at this point. He's like trying to see over the rail. He can't do it. So he just turns around, grabs one of the dozen step stools there, brings it over to the rail, folds it out, then steps up, and he just has this big smile on his face as he's watching the track. And it was just like the cutest fucking thing. So, yeah. Add that to the resume. Race director, pipe nailer, babysitter. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have travel news for myself, actually.
Oh.
I'm gonna travel and race at the end of this year.
Where?
What?
You going fall
Wow.
brawl?
Going to California
Oh wow.
and running at Drake.
Nice.
Speaking of food, I heard there's some pretty good taco places nearby.
Yeah.
That's Rev.
Oh, am I thinking that? I'm
That's
sorry.
Rev.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about Thunder Alley or whatever.
I'm sure there's
whatever
tacos down there too, but
Yeah.
Probably. So that
When-
should be fun.
what race is that? A special race, or
It's whatever his last big race of the year
is
is.
that one of like the JBRLs or whatever?
November 22nd. Maybe it's a JBRL.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
not sure what it is exactly.
How'd you swing that?
Well, Kevin invited me to go with him. So Kevin and I are flying out.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I remember now. I
Yep, yep.
remember.
So we're flying out to go hang out for a couple days.
Good for y'all. That's gonna be awesome.
That'll be fun.
Good.
Yep.
So let's just
That'll
go
be
ahead
fun.
and tentatively plan the podcast to where you come back and talk about it.
We should do the podcast Sunday night while we're still in California.
Are you gonna be
And Kevin
Of
can be right here
condition.
with me.
to
Does that matter
the
for this
podcast.
podcast?
I think that's perfect. It sounds
I
like
was gonna say, does that matter for for this podcast?
sounds,
No.
he's gonna be in the perfect condition. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get me and Kevin both.
Yeah.
It's recorded. We can edit out anything.
Or we can just do it live.
Oh yeah. Just, fuck it.
Just
let's
let
do
it
live.
fly.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, anyone have anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Mike, Cody, anything else?
Not on the food front.
Not on the phone?
Nope. I gave my last big announcement so far.
We are probably about 2:15 deep after editing some dead spots. So
Fair
Taylor's sweepy,
I am.
big working guy, big gotta be up early guy.
Do you have a separate vehicle to drive to work, or do you
No,
drive
I-
your truck?
You got the
Been driving
Supra.
my truck.
You got the
Oh,
Supra.
no.
I have to fill it up 3 times a week.
Oh my
That's
god!
disgusting. Why don't you get a car?
I should. But I've been saving a ton of money too to put a down payment and all that for a house.
Oh,
That if
yeah.
I want to drop 5-10 grand on a beater,
Yeah,
it's like
that take away all your
5-10
down
grand
payment.
on house signing. You know,
You could probably still trade your
What's
truck
more
in
important?
for a
Well, you got
5 to 10 grand beater.
Get the house first. Get the house first, and then just put like $2,000 down on a something nice and used, and then because then once the house is closed on, then you don't gotta worry about affecting your credit score and shit
Do
with a new
you use
line
the
of credit.
truck to tow?
I do have car trailers for my other car
Oh,
and all that other stuff.
Okay,
And
I got you.
yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All
So
right,
I don't want
it's
to.
Yeah,
good
you aren't
because
getting rid of
need
the
it.
truck.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
getting rid of it.
So I was just thinking, like, well, you could switch the truck for like a hatchback or something if you needed the room
Yeah.
for all your things. But if you're towing, then yeah, it's a little different.
I could see you in a Volkswagen, Taylor.
I'm never buying another German car again.
Hmm.
Never again.
Okay. I could. What you should get a Type R then or something.
Type R Honda.
Yeah.
I would like a normal Civic
Okay.
or something like that. I don't need anything special.
I think
I'd
you
rather
Prius.
like. I would buy a Prius.
I'd
I'd be happy with that.
I'd drive a fucking Prius.
Yeah. Actually, they had it. So last night, the local, I won't say local, but up north, the bigger police department had a link to an auction site for repoed vehicles and all that. And they had a Prius on there. And I'm like, $750. I'm thinking about just bidding on this, but you don't know if they start, run, or
Yeah.
anything about them. So,
Yeah.
and you can't check them out ahead of time.
Yeah. Well,
That's enough of my life troubles, though.
I think it's about time we wrap it up.
Oh, I do want to give a shout out to Tim Monty, who's a big fan of the podcast.
Yeah.
He came up to me on, maybe like Friday night during cornhole or something like that, and was saying how he was going through listening to all our podcasts. So much appreciated.
I actually had someone come up to me Sunday. Whenever I had Henrietta, I was over watching mains and stuff after I was done. And there was a guy who came up to me, he's like, "You're Cody, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I listened to you on the podcast." He's like, "Oh, cool, nice to meet you." And unfortunately, I'm terrible with names, especially like the first time I meet somebody.
Yeah.
So I unfortunately don't remember his name, but it was pretty cool to someone that I'd never met before. It's like, "Oh, hey, I heard them on the podcast."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, Tim came up to me too.
It is.
I forget which day, but we talked for a little bit, and that was cool. So, thanks, Tim. Thanks for being a cool person. But
Yeah, I am horrible with names too.
as we proved with Travis Clark in the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Travis. Anyways, I do want to shout out the upcoming events. We got WOCRC this weekend. For the last banger there. Of course, the Halloween race at LCRC is two-ish weeks away. Yeah, 3 weeks. And then the Invitational is also at Adrenaline. They said they're gonna have a wait list for it, so if you're still looking to go to that, stay in touch with their Facebook. Call the shop if you need to. I'm sure they'll let you know or tell you what the deal is if they got any spots. They're trying to see if they can open up some more spots for their deal. Support them. I don't know offhand of any other races exactly. I'm gonna just assume Pit Stops racing Friday night because that's what they do weekly. I'm gonna assume Rhythm and Trains and all of them are throwing in a
Yeah, I
race.
was
At
gonna
some
say,
point.
I think there's a trains race. In the
Oh,
month
they
of
they
October,
have that
too.
spec tire race coming up.
Yeah, it's Sunday the 6th,
Yeah.
like
That's-
October 6th.
That's
I
this
believe.
weekend. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, that'll be a fun one. But other than that, let's do a wrap around on our thanks yous and hails. Cody, our guest, would you like to start?
Yep, of course, my wife for putting the kid to bed while I sit up here and drink and do this. And LCRC, Mugen, J Concepts, Flashpoint. And as I said earlier, you guys for getting me back into this stuff. So that's about it.
I'm glad we could help with that.
Yeah, it's been fun.
For sure.
Has been.
Mike?
Yeah, to all of our listeners, what ACS, LCRC, all of our wonderful friends and family, everyone. Short and sweet. I'm tired.
Me too.
Taylor?
LCRC, Mugen Siki, of course. Mike Treharn, MT Designs, painted me that sweet P2 body.
Oh, yeah.
I now like rocking those. And I haven't even cut this one out yet. Great paint work. Maybe I'll give a shout out to 46RC. He's all right. Oh, speaking of that, I'll tell this on the live podcast. So I'm not sure if you guys seen this. I told Kevin. Toby in the Nitro buggy main for me. He was holding my car, and I'm on the stand. And I'm kind of just focused on what I'm doing. So I'm like, all right, he's holding the wrong direction. Probably just get the exhaust out of his face or something like that while I'm kind of revving it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really paying attention that the exhaust is actually in his face till after the fact. But he sets me down, and I go, Toby, that's the wrong direction. And the tone goes off, and he's just like, oh, sorry, mate. And then it kind of chuckles. So after everyone kind of passes, I do like a loop and then go. It's funny. I mean,
funny.
it's whatever. I'm not like losing out on the championship or anything, but it was kind of funny.
That is funny.
So,
That is funny.
set me down the whole complete wrong direction.
Well, that's the way she goes.
And so when I did him later, I was holding his car. I'm like, remember what you did? And I'm like, pointing in the wrong direction. I didn't know what I thought about it.
Should just emptied his gas and set him down.
Got terrible
Next
fuel
time.
mileage.
Toby, if you made it part of this podcast, you know what's coming. All right, I'm sorry.
Very good. I want to thank everyone y'all thanked. I mean, you guys pretty much covered everything. I don't really have anything else. I want to once again thanks everyone for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate everyone's support, especially those that comment, even message us, or if you're at the races and you see us and you come up and talk to us. It's really cool. We love the support. If you haven't seen, check out the Discord. If the link doesn't work, just comment or send the Facebook page a direct message. We'll get you a link. We got a whole bunch of new cool stuff in the Discord for everyone to kind of sit there and talk about. If you need setup help or you have suggestions for the podcast, or you just want to talk shit on your own and see what people from across the world think about your opinion, I'll throw it in. It's been getting pretty lively over the past week since we made that live. So besides that, once again, like, subscribe, and share. YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, everywhere we post our things and stuff. Blow everything up. Thank you everyone for watching, and remember to
before you officially close it out, note on the Discord, the one section that we're missing, not necessarily missing, it depends if people are interested in it. If there's any other people out there that are joining the Discord that like to play games like Call of Duty, Rocket League, and sort of things, I'm always looking for people to play with. If we want a little section to have some chats going on, let me know. We'll make them.
You can add that, yeah. That's
So,
easy.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely easy, but it just depends if people actually want to do it. So.
There you go. Let us know. We'll do what we have to keep everyone communicating and bring everyone closer in the community. But remember to what do we say? We say keep it on its wheels.
Keep it between keep it between the pipes.
And Cody, you should be good at it now.
Both best.
Yeah. Thanks for joining, everyone.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
And cut.